through the screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Person.
Because I briefly saw you at Brick World.
Yes.
Maria was saying she's married to another Nikki because I'm known as Nikki too.
Oh, okay.
And also spelled Nikki apparently. Like my parents spelled it the girls' way.
I didn't know there was a boys' way or a girls' way.
That's why it says Nik because Nik is short for Nikki.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's Nikki Squared tonight in the house.
Hello, Nikki Squared.
Okay, I'm gonna press the magic button.
I thought we pressed it already.
No, this is the magic button right here.
Ready, set,
let's go. Let's go.
Are
we are matching.
We never match.
Wow.
Sometimes match.
No.
Did you know?
No.
We've worn this before.
I don't know. He just tells me wear this. He's like clearly my stylist. Only in this space of the life.
Okay, we have to jam.
Oh.
And we are live. Hi everyone, I am Nick.
I'm Maria.
And we have
Jeremy.
Port City Bricks.
I'm back.
Guest is Nikki.
Nikki.
Awesome. Oh, I have to thank it too. I love it.
Oh, that's the best blanket.
Festive.
Oh, wait. Oh, welcome to Full of Bricks, Season 5, Episode 29.
29.
And today is August 16th, 2024.
Oh, that's my numbers.
Today, our special guest is Nikki, a.k.a. nlmsweetie from Instagram.
Awesome.
What's the NLM? Because Sweetie is your... Oh. Okay, Malone. And then L is your middle name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah. Not that special. But yeah, that's my initials.
So thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, how are you doing this Friday night? How are you doing this Friday night, Nikki?
Excellent. Getting ready to stay up all night because I have a paranormal investigation tomorrow.
Oh. What?
What does that mean?
I am so intrigued. This is nuts.
So I'm staying up all night, and then tomorrow night we go to Canyon City and go paranormal investigating at a prison. So ghost hunting.
I feel like you and I are like linked through some paranormal, like, because I love stuff like that.
That's Maria's favorite.
On Sunday, I'm going to go to like one of the biggest cemeteries in Toronto to go for a tour, and I just did that too the weekend before. I like going to these kinds of tours, but
ghost tour, right?
Ghost tours, yes, ghost tours, and where is yours? The
Canyon City in Colorado.
Oh, we need to do something like this in Utah. There must be something haunted.
Is there?
Is there?
I'm sure there
Field
is.
trip.
We'll have to look. I'll go look. When we went to Brick Rodeo, I found something that we could do in Austin together.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah.
Okay, we have to find something
Nikki's
else.
going, as you can see her shirt, she's Brick Slopes regular.
Oh, awesome. Yes. Okay, we will see you in like not even a week.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
It's coming, yeah.
No, that's awesome. So let's go into our first segment because we're doing a lot of like, little spoiler chats here. But I am very intrigued by this whole paranormal thing because I love stuff.
So our first segment, which is getting to know Nikki. Well, but before we do that, let's say hi to some people in the chat.
Oh, okay, fine.
So first person is Eddie Vetter.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And Steve Poolda.
Hey, Steve.
He's going to be a guest in a few weeks.
That's great.
We have Brick Babe Lene.
Hey.
Hello.
And Zizou.
Zizou. Hi, Zizou. Oh, so Eddie actually says that NLM stands for Nikki Lego Minaj.
I like it. We'll go with
it. I thought so. When I see the word Nikki too, I think of Minaj, and yeah, I'm married to him.
Yeah.
Well, that was the song that I had for the.
It makes sense.
Oh, did I didn't
what?
post the story.
Oh, okay.
So getting to know Nikki. Apparently Nikki's into ghost tours just like Maria.
I know.
How long have you been doing the ghost tours? Or how many have you been to?
Let's see. I've been doing it for 3 or 4, maybe 5 years now.
Wow.
Most of the ones I've done in Colorado. So there's Cripple Creek, which is another prison. I've been to the Lumbar Baron Inn. There's a abbey in Canyon City too.
Ooh, I love haunted abbeys.
Yes, yep. And then I went there for a mayhem just in May, and I spent
Oh.
4 days kind of by myself doing paranormal investigating.
Hey, I don't even do that.
In the night, so it was lots of fun. So yeah, just everywhere.
You don't call it paranormal investigating
because that's not what the word is. I just go on ghost tours. I feel like this is like next level, like
it sounds
more
like
in depth.
Ghostbusters.
I feel like this is like deeply entrenched more into, like, you know, I'm like after 2 hours, I'm like, all right, I'm creeped out, I'm done, bye. You know, but I feel like you're like 4 days in solo. Is this like just an interest or more of like line of work or
just an interest, just for fun? I like doing that. I went to
Have you seen anything paranormal happen?
I mean, yes, from my point of view, I have seen plenty of things that are paranormal. Like when I went to the Stanley Hotel, I have a video where I have this orb that goes across the screen and then turns into a shadow behind a chair. So I can't really explain it. There wasn't a camera or anybody next to me, so that's something. Orbs kind of are one of those things like, yeah, they might be real, but I've seen flashes of light, other shadows. But that's just me. I mean, you believe, you don't believe. It's up to you.
Right.
You have ghosts.
I do. And actually, Nick here, his dad is from the most haunted city or town in the Philippines. So I got so excited when I'm like, oh my God, I'm dating somebody who's from somewhere. Like, I'm like, I don't even care about you. It's like, where's your dad? And I want to hear stories from him. But it's funny because they just take it all in stride.
It's called a swang, and
it's a ghost.
It's like how do you describe?
It's more like a vampiric ghost. Like when we think of ghosts, we think of like maybe Casper the ghost is something that's translucent, transparent, and it just pops in and out. But again, the folk stories that we have in the Philippines are a bit more crazy, like a bit more like scary, like really scary. And I feel like where are the I guess alternatives here in North America, but I guess they are the vampires, the werewolves, you know, the more European fare and everything. And again, like I love Halloween, like we're approaching it. Halloween is in Costco, like, you know, we were looking through all this stuff, and I know I'm so silly. I was actually going to bring one of my show and tell, but I think I already showed already, as it was a ghost stuffed animal. I'm like, oh, I think I showed this already a couple of weeks ago. I just love it. I when I'm working from home, it's like in front of me. It makes me smile. I don't know why, but in any case, same here. Like a lot of superstition, paranormal stuff is a big interest of mine, and it's funny how, I don't know, maybe because I am more steeped on Earth. Like I tend to believe, of course, things on here versus the concept of aliens. You know, like I know we're like not perhaps like
I would think more aliens exist.
Right. Well, this is it. Like the universe is just so vast. I get it that there could be more life thing, but I guess because to me, like even something that's potentially translucent is more tangible than something that's like light years away. But since I was little, I think like even one of my coloring books was like a coloring books of like all types of monsters. You know, I had friends who were coloring Barbies or Rainbow Bride, and I'm like, yep, nope, here's my monster coloring book. So no, that's very cool.
How about you, Jeremy? Have you had any paranormal experiences?
Because you live in the wilderness and there must be something here.
I have memories when I was younger, things after my grandfather passed away, and my mom and dad tell me I'd have conversations in my room with my grandfather. Probably also about 15 years back, me, Andrea, and a couple of our friends went on a ghost tour in Gettysburg.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
And a couple of us were pretty sure we saw something in one of the windows on the tour and everything. Mm-hmm. But we also had the experience of, the ghost tour told us, like, you can go through the battleground at night and you can definitely sense stuff.
You do.
Don't. It's a trap. It's a $75 ticket when you make the exit out of it.
Whoa, that's like Disney World already.
Ghost tours are expensive.
But yes, no, but there are like certain, I don't know, I think like places, you know, spaces that it's just steeped in something. Like I even remember something I thought as innocuous as in New Orleans. Like, so we used to go marathon running, right? So on a weekend we'd fly to a city, and he was doing this race and I was just trying to get from one point to another, and just running through an alley in New Orleans, suddenly I felt
that's dangerous though.
But it was daylight, but it was broad daylight, right? And it's just like me trying to do a shortcut from one end to another. Like I can see the crowds in one end, and I'm like, oh, let me just cut through this alley. It looks empty enough to go to the other end so I can catch you again. And just like walking through it, I just sensed something. I don't know what it was. That I just felt like I had to move faster, just move faster. And I don't know what it was because that was the furthest thing from my head at that point. Because I'm just thinking, oh, I just want to catch Nick at the next point of running. And those like little things just kind of stick to you, right? Like even if it's not seeing something.
Speaking of like sensing things, like whenever you feel like a chill, they always say like a ghost
absolutely. Yeah.
walked right through you.
Or you're just cold.
And I always get those chills sometimes. You're just like, woo.
Yeah.
Or there's something near you. Who knows?
Yes. Yeah. So what time is your tour? It's the tomorrow night.
Yep. It's 8:30 p.m. to 3 in the morning. Or 4 in the morning.
Wow. See, that's long and intense. And it's a guided tour.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you get to do your own paranormal investigating afterwards. So you have your little tour with everybody, and then you break off and to do your own thing.
Do you bring equipment?
Or they provide it?
I have all my equipment in the backpack back there.
Oh.
What? So what are the different? Oh. And where do you get that?
Ghost
Can you get that
Stop.
like Amazon? Okay, not like Amazon.
Oh yeah, Amazon too. Yeah, you can do that. There's a paranormal con in Connecticut. Well, it was in Connecticut. Now it's going to be in Gettysburg.
Cool.
But it's the Warren Paranormal Con, and I got a REM pod from there. So there's just different places you can get things.
Yeah.
They're also expensive,
another
like
con that you can try.
I know. Well, this is it, right? Like how many interests can we actually try to support and dive into and things like
Maria
that?
likes going to like the stationary con.
Yeah.
cool.
It's also dangerous. I need to stop that too. But yeah, no, it would be very interesting to go through a lot of like the battlegrounds, as you mentioned, like Gettysburg, like going up and down Virginia from south on, right? Like how the army marched, the Civil War march.
So I guess besides Ghost and Paranormal,
Lego.
I was gonna go into Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, right.
Yes. Good segue.
How so before Critical Bricks, were you into Dungeons and Dragons as well?
Yep,
Oh,
I was.
Okay.
Yeah, my ex-husband and I and all of our friends, we used to play for a very, very long time.
Wow.
Before
and
that.
how were you introduced to that?
How was I introduced to D&D? Through one of my ex-boyfriends a long time ago when I was in college.
Yeah.
And so I started playing back then, and we got into all the different games like White Wolf, role-playing, all the different tabletop games.
That's cool. Again, it's like another like realm that I feel like I'd be very, very interested in. And I just haven't the timing, right?
Yes.
And again, like when you have time, I know it's like ironic. It's like you think, but this is it. It's in college or university that you have time to just gather with people of the same interest and like go all out. And
well, I saw it on the Brick Slopes agenda. They have a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
We have a tournament this year. It'll be so much fun. Yes.
Are newbies?
Yes.
I don't know. What was it called the last
Everybody
time?
can play.
Because Mel, Iceberg Bricks,
Yeah.
After the Brick Slopes photo, he took us into the room that you guys were. Were you playing with them too? You probably were, right?
I was.
So we walk into that room and everyone's all serious in there.
And we're like peeked in.
Maybe we should let's turn around. We don't want to disturb anyone.
We thought it was gonna be like louder or more like rowdy. We're like, oh, everybody's very serious. All right, let's leave them to it.
Was this at Brick World?
It was at Brick World, yeah.
Okay,
it was like 2 rooms.
After the photo, remember we had that photo. What was it, Saturday or? Can't remember what day that was.
Yeah, it was Saturday.
Saturday.
It might have been right after usually when we play.
Yeah.
It's Friday or Saturday. But so you guys were playing inside one of the conference rooms.
Yes. Yeah.
I guess Mel said that the game was, I guess, interrupted, and then you guys all went to take the photo, and then you're going back to finish off the game. And I guess it went till wee hours.
Yeah,
in the
so
night.
this is it, right? Like I feel like I hear of Dungeons and Dragon games and they go on and on. It's like, when do you stop? When is a sensible? Is there a sensible time to stop? Where it's like
when it's done.
I don't know. I feel like Monopoly. You play Monopoly and it's like a couple of hours and you're like done.
Well, Monopoly is when everyone else
all the money's
bankrupt.
bought. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's bankrupt. But I feel like Dungeons and Dragons can go on. Like
it can, yeah. I mean, if you have a big boss battle, it can last a long time, but usually, you just kind of plan ahead. So you have this type of adventure, you're getting to this part, then you can stop for the evening. Or if you keep going, then you stop later. But you get a long rest usually at that point, which is good because that means you get to heal and get all your points back and all your spells, especially if you're a druid or something like that.
So what's your character?
My character is a water genasi druid. So I'm half genie, half human. And I am doing fae magic a lot of the time. So if you're at Brickworld or any of the other cons so far, you've seen my build. It's a what is it? Whale glass. No, it's a glass whale. I'm going backwards. Sorry. It's the one that's stained glass and has the D&D symbol on the side. So I'm fighting it with my fairy magic, which is a fairy frolic spell that I use all the time.
Yeah, Mel told me it was going to be... He told me if I was going to be a character, it was like...
There's an elf, but it was a
something
cleric elf.
A cleric elf. I'm like, thanks, Mel. I don't know.
A cleric? Yeah.
I don't know. But yes.
She can see it too.
Okay, thanks.
Maybe because you're little. You're short.
I don't know. Maybe.
Taller. But clerics are more of your healers and support. I'm a healer and support in my group too.
I see.
So druids, you can be a battle druid and or the healer.
So there's healers, there's battlers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What other categories?
So many.
You have your rogues, so your sneaky people that come up and stab you in the back.
Why can't I be a sneaky person? Hang on.
That's like an assassin.
You can be anything you want to be, Maria. I don't know. Maybe that isn't my personality, though.
What would I be? Mal never gave me a character. I don't know.
Is there a Lego collector?
A bard.
A bard?
A bard.
You like to
What's
sing?
a bard?
Like you sing?
Oh.
And you like...
Yeah.
He's like, no.
Storytelling. Yep. Center of attention.
Like from that movie, the bard was the guy with the...
yes.
Dungeons and Dragons?
I want to say a lute.
Yeah, the Dungeons and Dragons movie. What's the instrument?
Not
Lute?
quite a guitar.
It's not a
lute.
guitar.
Yes, I
A
would
lute.
say. Although I feel like, you add an F and it's a flute. So maybe add the lute. Oh my gosh, I saw something move behind you. Sorry.
No, that's a duck.
I know, yeah. I was like, that wasn't her shoulder anymore. I was like...
No,
Jeremy, have you done Dungeons and Dragons?
Looked at it many times.
I know, right?
I can see you and Andrea being Dungeons and Dragons.
We've had quite a few people basically ask us to start playing, and it is always when we don't have the free time. So I was still working everything mostly whenever it was, because the campaign can take you 4 to 6 or more hours. So it was the commitment of that, and basically it was, we already had enough interest also. So, but it's been something that me and Kevin's been throwing around, the idea of maybe an interest, especially since I'm doing what I'm doing. So you never know.
Yes.
Come to the dark side of Lego and D&D.
Are you also a dungeon master, Nikki?
I am not. I have books in order to learn how. I wanted to, but I haven't delved deep into that yet because I haven't had any time. But sometime.
Do you have to be certified as a dungeon master?
Or so many, like 10,000 hours of play?
I don't think there's a certification for it. The person
you're removing the fun away from it by saying you have to be certified.
Steve
yes, he did convert. He's now a bard in our game, and he's amazing.
Oh,
yes.
Nice. So, this year at Brickworld Chicago, was that wasn't your first, right? You've been to Brickworld Chicago before?
Correct. Yeah, I went 3 times now.
But that was your third. How did you find this year compared to previous years?
This year, I liked it a lot more.
Okay.
Than last year. It was crowded, but not as crowded. I would say, not as clicky, I guess, is kind of how I felt.
That's true.
Last year was really clicky, and I was just not having it. But this year was better. I got to hang out with my friends. I always love going there because I get to hang out with my friends.
Did you do any other outside activities?
We did. We went to an escape room because that's my other hobby. I have 3 different big hobbies that are expensive.
I know. And we haven't even talked about, like, what we're really all in here for. I know escape rooms. They make me anxious.
Oh.
Like I feel like our middle son, he loves them so much. Like he will go to them with friends and things like that. And I've only gone to a couple, but I feel like in my head it's like I need to find the answer right away. That I just kind of like stop thinking, and I'm just like knocking the walls, and something must fall out.
I think when Mel was on, he was saying that you were basically the brains of
the operation. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Mel said he just sat back.
Yeah.
He was just like, okay.
Mel would be sitting back and I'd be like just doing this to the walls and something has to fall out.
That was the first time he got to come with us, so that was awesome. I was happy that he got to come.
Yeah, we've had one escape room experience, and that was at Punta Cana when we were at a resort.
We ran out of things to do. We couldn't relax enough.
And we brought our middle guy.
Yes.
Who's 15? No.
He was 30.
It's not his birthday.
I don't know.
15.
He's 15 now.
15 now.
He's the middle guy.
But he was basically doing everything.
Yeah.
We were trying to contribute, but
and there were like 3 or 4 different themes, and the one we chose or the one that was available was like something of like a haunted house. So
yeah, it was like a haunted house.
It was exciting because I like, that kind of trope again. But yes, I feel like in my head I'm like, okay, things has to make sense. It can't just be, crazy. But we didn't quite finish it, but we were the closest, they said. But maybe they said it to everybody, and then they offer you 20% off the next game.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, no.
Yeah.
They want to keep you interested. That way you'll come back and do it again.
Well, this is it. And then they offer you like a discount for the second one. And we're like, oh.
We didn't do another one.
Good thing we have dinner coming up. Good stuff.
Do you have an escape room coming up?
Not yet.
No.
We usually do like 5 at a time, my group and I
Oh.
here. So it's an escape room extravaganza day.
Wow.
It started with my 2 friends 3 years ago. We started doing so. For 6 months, we went every Saturday.
I love that you have like this kind of buffet, like 5 at a time.
Yeah.
Like
By the 5th one, you're like into it, and you're like, oh,
like warmed
I know
up,
this,
right?
this.
Yeah, we have a great
patterns.
record.
Yeah, it's all patterns. No, that's good.
You learn everything.
Yes.
Nice. So getting into Lego.
The origin story here.
Yeah. How did you first get into Lego?
My ex-husband's dad actually loves Lego, so he would buy us a whole bunch of Lego sets and everything else. I always wanted a whole bunch when I was a kid, but it was expensive back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I only had like a base plate and a couple cans of Lego for my dad to build landscapes and everything else.
Yeah.
So when I got older and could buy my own Lego, I have lots of it now.
What were the themes that you first got into when you first started? What drew you in?
Definitely.
Ghostbusters?
That wasn't really a theme. I liked the Fantastic Beasts, so Harry Potter.
Mm.
I got into that. Then I got out of it really quickly.
Yes.
I guess Lord of the Rings wasn't around
Not
anymore.
at that point, no. I wanted the Monster Fighter, but I missed out on those ones, and I'm gathering those ones now. Hidden Side was fun. I loved Hidden Side.
Are you getting the Monster Fighters through Bricklink?
Bricklink.
Or just
Bricks
conventions?
Not usually conventions, but Bricks and Minifigs. If I see something that's reasonably priced, then yeah. Or that I know that's on my white whale list.
Yeah. No.
Do you have the haunted, what is it? The haunted mansion or the haunted house?
I got the haunted house recently. I do not have the castle yet, though.
Oh, the vampire castle.
Yeah.
But the house, that was Maria's favorite.
I know. I was so excited when they came out. Like, how many ghosts can we have?
Oh, the glow-in-the-dark ones?
Yes, the glow-in-the-dark ones.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll get that one.
Yeah. No, it's very
The vampire one's nice.
So that was.
What's your other white whale?
That was the Avatar: The Last Airbender sets.
Oh,
because I missed out on those two, so I have both of those.
Nice.
Yes.
How'd you like the not the animated,
the live action,
the live action television show?
I really liked it. I'm excited for the next 2 seasons. I'm glad that they get to do so. They did a good job. There was some weird things that they did with Aang and Katara that I was a little confused about, but that's okay. They had to do it.
Is there already a release date for the season 2?
I have no
we
idea.
don't-
I don't think so.
we don't
I just
know.
know there's
No.
2 more seasons.
I think it's just I think they're just on hiatus.
But there's
for their production.
there's a confirmed 2 more seasons. Could there be
Yep.
more, or it finishes after?
I would
Season
assume that they're just doing the whole trilogy, kind of how they
Yeah.
did in the animated version, but I don't know,
Oh,
honestly.
okay. I guess it all depends on the reception, how
Yeah.
it does.
Then they can
build
go
on.
into Katara, or not Katara, Korra, Legend of Korra. I haven't really watched a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
me
it,
neither.
but they could do
Oh,
that.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
It didn't click to me that Legends of Korra is part of Avatar, but I've
Mhm.
heard of
Mhm.
that
Yep.
name. Huh.
Mhm.
Nice. So for in terms of Lego conventions, have you been to conventions before Brick World? Was it were you part of like Brick Fair, or you mentioned Brick Rodeo?
Yep. So my first convention was Brick World 3 years ago. And then I was introduced to Brick Slopes and have been going to Brick Slopes ever since, because it's a different ball game and I absolutely love it. It's kind of more intimate than Brick
Yeah.
World is. Even though a lot of my friends don't go to that one. They need to start going. Then we went to Brick Rodeo this year for the first time because Sarah
Okay, cool.
Silverman is in Denlug with us. So she's like, you should
okay.
really go, because she's, one of the co-coordinators of it.
Right. And you live close to there?
18 hours.
Oh,
I flew, but yeah.
see,
In
yes.
Colorado.
I see. Yeah.
Colorado,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Larry drove and a couple other people drove, but I had to fly because I had to
Yeah.
work the next day.
Yes. 18 hours is a long.
How far is Colorado to Utah? Is it close?
Utah, 8 hours.
Okay.
So not-
But
yeah.
you're flying still. Or you're
No,
driving?
not to Utah. I'm driving. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're leaving
Okay.
on Tuesday night, and we'll get there Wednesday morning.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
us for
nice.
Chicago. It's 8 hours away, so we also drove
Yeah.
early on one morning. And
But we
got
have
there
to
for
fly
9
to
a.m.
Utah because
Yeah.
That's
how
far.
long's the drive to Utah?
Far, more than 18 hours. I don't even know how to
14.
route it.
It's
We're
14
in-
hours to Chicago from Colorado, and I usually drive that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
14. Yes, but it's a different trajectory, right?
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
just- okay.
Yep.
Yes. No, our longest drive would be just to Florida, back and forth, even when we were little, like when I was little. And so anything beyond 18 hours is, we need to fly. Although I think when you were little, you said you drove all the way to California. You said your parents drove all the way to
Yeah, we
California.
did that a couple times.
But you were too little that it didn't make any,
No.
it was neither here nor there. It's like, right?
I think it was like a 3-day.
Extravaganza
Yeah,
of,
it'd be multiple vans kind of thing.
and then going
Yeah,
home.
you have
Yeah.
to. I don't think you could drive that in one day.
No.
When you went to your first Brick World Chicago, did you already bring a mock?
I brought a modified version of a Resident Evil display. I don't know if you've seen that on Beyond the
Oh,
Brick,
cool.
but it was just a
Ah.
haunted house that I changed into my inspiration of Resident Evil. So it had
Nice.
the shark pit from the first game, and then the biolab,
Mhm.
zombies everywhere.
That's
and the
so cool.
haunted
So were you already mocking right away?
Yeah,
When you
oh,
first
yeah.
started? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just letting you finish.
Yeah, were you already mocking right away when you first started collecting Lego, or did the mocking happen throughout the experience?
It definitely started kind of right away, because basically what happened was in 2019, I went to Breakfast Live and I met Denlug and Cowlug, and they were like, hey, you should join this. So my mom and I both joined,
Oh,
and
cool.
we've been doing everything ever since with the groups and
Oh,
having
okay.
so much fun. And just
that's
learned.
Oh,
amazing.
was she at Brick World as well and Brick Slopes?
No, she hasn't been able to because of the animals. So she takes care of the
Okay.
animals when I leave.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
Someday.
Takes care of her baby.
Maybe when we have our convention here in Colorado, she'll be able to come. So
Yeah.
that'll be
Oh,
good.
that's so good that your mom's also into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what was I going to say? Brick World, dogs, mom, Denlug, backing up in my brain.
Yes.
So my very first mock and like collaboration was that year. I helped build a Harry Potter one that we displayed at Bricks and Minifigs before COVID happened with
Okay.
NoMoreBricks and Larry, and
Oh, nice.
Yeah. it was fun.
What was
And my
the Harry Potter build?
we did a big kind of, it was a mixture of the fourth book and just all the other books too. So you can see it on YouTube on NoMoreBricks.
Nice.
Okay.
What's the fourth book again?
Goblet.
Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of
Only
Fire.
my favorite.
Yeah,
I was
it's
just
my
testing you.
favorite
Yeah,
I
were
was
you?
seeing if you knew the names.
Hmm.
Because Maria is a self-proclaimed Harry Potter
No,
fan
I'm not as
as
well.
well. Well, she has like
mm,
different versions of all the books.
I know it's terrible. That's
No, it's
another yet another delve of what do I collect thing. Yeah, actually, Jean Version and I have been talking about Harry Potter books and just different published versions. And one of it is from the publisher Minalima, and they make it like pop up versions.
that one. Yep.
And yes, and they're so pretty, but they just announced that they're stopping after the third.
What?
And so her and I are like, why would you do this to collectors who are like, here, take my money? Like, we are ready for the next release, but they just
Why are they
officially
stopping?
said we have stopped our collaboration with Harry Potter. We are no longer going to proceed with book 4, which is, like I said, only my favorite, or 5 or 6 or 7. But like, even the 20th anniversary a couple of years ago, like I got every single house. I'm like, oh, do I just buy, like my favorite house? And then I'm like, wait, but I have 3 guys. So let me just buy all 4 different houses. And Nick's like, we're going to have 28 books somewhere. I'm like, yeah, maybe,
What?
but like when they move out, then they can choose the house that they want. And they already have their Harry Potter sets. And I'm really
I
saving
love
the
it.
money because inflation, I don't know. Yeah, that's in my head because I just really want to buy books. But yeah, so
Do you collect the books as well? Different version of the Harry Potter books.
It does take some
the Lego
time and
one.
space now. Oh, yes.
Which
yes.
one?
Hang on.
The Lego books, Harry Potter books.
The Harry Potter Lego books.
They have the Harry Potter.
Well,
Lego
it's like
book?
with a different character.
Oh,
and
right,
things
right,
like
right,
that
right,
too, right?
Yeah.
The ones that I
love-
put in your library. That
Yeah.
you don't want in your library.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But my labyrinth was actually the Goblet of Fire labyrinth
Oh,
from
that's cool.
in the collab, and then I made
Oh,
sure it
that's
was
cool.
related.
Yes. Oh, I love it. That would be
Nice.
cool.
This is are you in your Lego room right now?
I'm in. Yes, it is my Lego room, bedroom / everything room.
Mm.
We have a very
But the
small
sets
house.
are in front of you, or the
Those
mocks
are
are
in front of me, and then
displays.
there's stuff everywhere else around me.
Wow.
Okay.
I have Lego over here, here.
We just see the Lego blanket,
Yeah.
That too. Yes.
which
Yes.
is a comfy blanket.
Yeah. I actually had the Lego was starting to move up to our bedroom in the last year or so. And and some of them are really nice. Like I have the Hedwig on my bookshelf. But I told Nick I need the bookshelves for my books because I'm running out of space for
So I moved it.
So she moved it, and then I went to her bedroom like, oh my god, something's missing because it's quite like a prominent like sort of
Because it has
Set.
it's the Hedwig, and then beside it are the 2
Harry-
maxi
like,
figs of the
Harry
Harry
Potter and
the-
Hermione, right?
and then there's
I came,
like Dobby, and then there's the
I came home from work and I'm like,
Patronus.
something's missing, and I couldn't like right away click, but yes. So now I do have more space for books.
I just moved it to a different
Elsewhere,
part in our
yeah.
bedroom.
It's still in our bedroom.
It's still there, but it's not in her bookshelves
How
anymore.
Nick finds spaces. Okay.
I always find spaces.
He always finds spaces.
I know.
Always.
This is, yes.
That basement has
Well-
been filled for 4 years now, and he still finds spaces.
I know.
Which one? Sorry,
Your space is already full 4 years ago, and yet you continue to find.
it's an AFOL talent. I think we all can figure out how to.
And how IKEA supports you in this venture all the time.
This Lego room is a mock in itself because you can always modify and create different ways to display.
I know. I keep on thinking, oh, good, we're gonna like have to slow down anything because there's no space anymore.
I even found a spot for my show and tell, and it doesn't have to go into the library upstairs. It can stay here. So you mentioned other hobbies. What other things are you into besides D&D, paranormal activity? What else?
Escape room.
Escape room.
Lego,
Lego.
escape rooms.
Lego.
Isn't that enough? No.
It is.
I said
I know. How many more of a stretch over time can we fill, right?
There's nothing else. There's gotta be
Fishing.
something. Oh,
Yes, fishing.
that's something we've never really done.
No, my dad liked
Together.
to fish when I was little, but no, not you and me. We have not fished.
How about you, Jeremy? Fishing?
When I was younger,
Yeah.
and whenever we was living in Southport, Andrew's dad loved to go fishing down at the pier, and that's
Mm-hmm.
when we was building the pier and the city and everything down there.
I
But
guess North Carolina is or south. Is it north or south? You were.
north,
That's like a I'm thinking Dawson's Creek for some reason when I think of North Carolina.
Where Dawson's Creek was filmed is the same city we got the name for the Lego
right?
channel. Yeah.
Port City. Oh.
Yeah. North
Speaking of
Carolina.
Dawson's Creek, no.
Why did I think North Carolina was Dawson's Creek? I don't know why I thought that. I
North
watch
Carolina
it, but do they say North Carolina on the show? I don't remember.
I never watched
I
it.
don't think so. Oh.
I don't
Oh.
think so.
Never watched it. North Carolina has 3 port cities. We lived in one of the 3 port cities.
Oh.
Oh.
I love history. I love geography.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for your fishing, is there a lot of fishing in Colorado?
There is, yep. We go to the mountains.
Oh, okay.
No, I wouldn't think.
And I'm excited to see the mountains over at Salt Lake
Yeah,
City.
the
He was
Utah
telling me
mountains.
They're gorgeous, yes.
how beautiful
It
that is.
confuses me because it's on the opposite side of where I'm usually. Because
Oh.
you think mountains when you're here.
Yeah. And then
You're on
it's
the
the other
opposite
side.
On
Yeah.
the other side.
Yeah.
I think that's what Moto was telling me too, because I think he's from Colorado, and he said that
he's in
the
my log.
mountains are on the opposite side.
Mm,
Fuck.
that's cool.
I was just telling, I'd be texting Marie, and I'm like, it looks like a postcard. It doesn't look real. It looks CGI.
We
when
clearly
you're-
don't have
when you're
mountains
looking
here
at
in
the-
Toronto area.
At the mountains.
Or
yeah.
if we do, it's nothing close to the significance of this, right?
Yeah,
It's not
because you
quite
just look up and you're like, oh, that's,
I'm like, what else are you looking at there?
yeah.
The Colorado is one of those cool states where you can go to each of the 4 corners. It's going to be completely different.
Oh,
Very
wow.
true.
We spent a month in Colorado a couple of years ago, just going everywhere. And
Is Colorado
depending on
a square? It's like a square
Mhm.
state?
Rectangle.
Yep.
Because you said 4 corners.
Rectangle.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, you're.
But yeah, you start in the bottom right-hand corner. You go across the bottom, come up the left side, and go across to Denver, and come back down. Every single quadrant you go through is completely different.
Oh,
Different how? Like
Flat,
Like the
temperature
landscape
terrain.
changes.
terrain.
Oh, okay.
hmm
So different.
Huh.
No, that's cool.
You can be in a deserty area.
hmm
What are the states that border it then? If it's like a square,
Wyoming, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma,
Mm.
Texas, Mexico,
Oh, you're
Utah.
on the border of Texas.
I
Okay.
think
oh,
it's
so you
under-
probably drove to rodeo then, right? If it's just under you,
I didn't, but yes, you can drive
Yeah.
to
you
Austin.
can drive.
Yeah.
Huh, nice.
You know, there's a lot of the Midwest that we don't travel too much. We've done a lot of our coast
Yeah, we've
East.
done a lot of
and then over to Texas, but like all that middle ground.
We visited the U.S. more than Canada.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Lots of great marathons there. Yeah. I feel like there's quite an emptiness too in, you know, the prairies of Canada.
But we've never done Colorado.
No. And I
We'll have
think
to
they
go.
do have like a race there too. There must. Because we used to do a lot of the, what's it called?
The rock and roll.
The rock and roll series,
Rock and roll ones.
right? So
Okay.
those are always fun. So, but yeah, they always would feature like a bunch of different states, cities, and we would just check off one by one. And I mean, initially it's all those that we can drive to easily. So like Philadelphia, around here, and then we've done the Nashville, but those are like the flying ones. But
Yeah,
again,
New Orleans
nothing
was
in the
flying.
middle so much. And California, we tend to like avoid California because too many relatives. Sorry, relatives. It's like we can't get away. It's like even going to do the Chicago Marathon, like we had to do it like
Incognito.
incognito, and even so, somebody found out and we got in trouble. So
Oh, someone found out.
yeah,
Oh, no.
and we try not to post anything. And this was like years and years ago, but they're like, you know, it's the whole you didn't visit us, and I mean we both have enough many relatives there, so it's tricky when we go to California and not say boo, right? So we just avoid it.
It's understandable.
Right?
I saw on Instagram you were a judge on the Bricksies Creative
Oh.
Festival.
Yeah, Ricky's
you know,
Creation
like-
Festival. Mhm.
Can you talk about that?
Hey, Jeremy.
So, Amanda, Ricky's Creation Festival is part of a NOLA creative company. She started this fun event 3 years ago in Fort Collins, and then 2 years ago in Greeley. Might be four and 3 now. I don't remember, but it's just a fun day full of people competing in a Lego theme. So this year it was masks for Fort Collins, and my mom and I just went around judging to see what was best, and we had criteria. Did you use all your pieces? Did you have a good story? Was there movement?
That's cool.
Lots of fun.
That's cool. Nola, as in New Orleans?
No, it's her actual initials of her family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, very cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So when you're judging, what are your criterias?
My criteria? I am a horrible person to be a judge because I'm like, oh my god, it's so
You love
good.
everything.
I would be that too.
It's hard.
Very not objective. That's so great. That's so creative. You're so good.
Like even judges at, say, like Brick World Chicago or something, like having the pressure to nominate something in a category where everything looks awesome.
Yeah.
I know. You'd have to be really nitpicky at that point and say, like you said, did you use all your pieces? That's something that knocks them down.
Something that's a bit more.
Did it have that movement? Was it as creative as the one before it?
Yes.
Yeah, now I guess it's movement, lights. We were talking about lights before the show.
It's next level.
Yeah,
Could it just be for the love of the brick? Could you use all the elements? How was that angle? No.
Yeah.
A lot of it is size. How big is it?
Size is getting huge. Like, I don't have enough room in my house to do
yes.
like that.
This is
I know.
This is it for sure.
Especially a lot of people flying in. Like, how are you gonna bring something huge?
Exactly. Like the people that come overseas to Brick World with these huge blocks like New Hashima. And then we can build some of it there, but wow.
Yeah. No, for sure. It was amazing.
Nice. Are we ready to go into our next segment?
I dare you.
Which is... Where is it?
Not who are
you?
He
lost it.
Oh my gosh.
It's this one. Share your stories. Share your stories. Share your stories. Weekly recap. Weekly recap.
So it's actually interesting that we started off with the paranormal activity because I feel like our oldest, he took an elective for the summer and he makes me participate because it's cinema of horror. And so it's just an elective for summer. It's once a week. And then they made him go through, I think we watched about 16 different movies. And I didn't realize there's so many different since May. So today was the final exam, and I'm like, oh my god, finally we're done. But like when I was little too, I love watching horror movies, but usually with older cousins. And the older I am now, and maybe it's also like sitting with somebody, I'm a lot less scared. And there is a lot of goofiness in any horror movie. Like there's just something that's just so unrealistic that my brain now doesn't accept it as easily. But I didn't realize there's so many different horror subgenres out there. I just thought, slasher, your favorite ones. Like I love the whole, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Howling. Like when I was younger, me and my cousin, like I think we spent a whole summer just going to Blockbuster and like renting one after the other and just, ketchup chips, popcorn. And that was our afternoon. It's like, meanwhile with my kids, I'm like, get out of your room. Go outside and enjoy some sunshine. My parents never made that, They're like, oh, you guys are watching another horror movie?
So what are the different genres that you...
So I think, what was it? Oh, so the strangest one to me, I don't want to say, is something called folk horror. I've never heard of it. Folk horror.
Oh, Nikki knows.
And so the movie that we had to watch for this was called The Wicker Man. And it's from somewhere from the 70s. And I think, what's his name? Faced Off by, not John Travolta, the other man.
Nicholas
Cage. He had a redo of it, but I haven't seen the redo from the 1990s or 2000s, early 2000s. But it's weird because it's like not very horror-y until the end point where you're just like, oh, this is, I guess doesn't end well, so there must be a element of horror to it where it goes badly for the main character, right? But I'm just like, oh, this is like not even, they're like singing, they're dancing, it's like in a nice sun-filled, cultish like feeling, but like just like strange behaviors. The Wicker Man, yes. And what's his name? The guy from Lord of the Rings is there. He was a young man. The
Elijah.
What's his name? Oh my gosh, he's like the dark wizard. What's the name of the dark wizard? No, is that the dark wizard?
Oh,
Sauron. Yes, he was the main.
I just heard wizard.
He was the main guy there. I'm like, oh, he looks so familiar.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
A different Christopher Lee than the Lego Master.
Yes,
that's correct.
And so of course, like in each week's class, they have a feature film, but of course, so many more examples of feature films.
What was the Blair Witch one you were saying?
That would be like a first person.
No, but you said there was a movie, it was like Blair Witch.
Yes, so that's like a first person footage kind of thing. And I guess the one we had to watch was REC, I guess for recording.
That movie.
Yes, and it's from Spain. See, I like that you know all this. We're totally up the alley, right? So it's REC, and we watched that too. And then I guess they remade it to an English version.
I like the Spanish version so much better.
Yes, and so
is it
I
subtitles?
Yes, it's subtitled. But I think of all the movies, I think that one's the one that gave me like more jolts, right? Again, it's like that whole feeling concept of like you are just following them through like Blair Witch, and you don't quite and just their erratic movements or their high level of anxiety talking into the film or the video.
Blair Witch wasn't that scary.
I watched it when I was younger, but but this one was scary. And again, anything that has a sort of demonic possession to me, anything religious tie-ins, I feel a bit more creeped out about, more than just, regular slashy. Yeah, that one. I think Tristan and Mason watched The Exorcist together, and they said that was scary.
One of my faves.
The Fly. We also watched The Fly, and that was filmed here in Toronto. And I remember watching that, and that's on body horror, but then he had to watch another kind of body horror, and some body horrors aren't even scary. I mean, they are, but like nothing grotesque like The Fly, right? There's like so many horrors out there that it's like, oh, this is a horror movie, but like if you really think of like it's not a Western, it's not a rom-com, I guess it falls into the realm of horror because there's just some, that is grotesque, but then it's like so subtly grotesque, right? Or just
like the Human Centipede, that is very grotesque, and that is body horror.
We watched what is it? It was Scarlett Johansson, the Skin Under, something like that, Under the Skin, and essentially she's an alien or alien being using Scarlett Johansson to lure men. So again,
like a shapeshifter,
like a shape, but
or
just using
wearing
she is just
wearing the
Scarlett
skin.
Johansson
wearing the skin,
and so attracting men and then luring them into like a dark blackness until they just get submerged and they implode. You're like, oh, this isn't weird. You're just floating, and suddenly your body's, and you're like, I guess that is shocking. Otherwise clean, right? Versus like something like The Fly is just the transformation was just incredible, horrific.
Fun.
Interesting class. I feel like I'm learning stuff. I'm like, okay, what are we watching this week? And we'll do it like on a Saturday night. Night of the Living Dead, first zombie movie, I guess, from the 60s or 70s.
Yep.
Cyclone, first slasher.
Nikki, you're into horror
She knows
movies?
even if you're writing the test with him.
We actually have a Colorado Festival of Horrors when I get back from Brick Slopes. Yeah.
So is Colorado a very like haunty-y place? Like, is that why? Like, just the amount of, or just because of your interest, like you're more aware of these things? Like,
just because of my interest, and we're doing a display there for Lego.
Oh, okay.
When you get involved with all the mini cons, then you get to go to all the different types of mini cons around here.
What's the calendar list of everything?
So many.
Back when DVDs or Blu-rays were a thing, did you used to collect horror?
I have so
movies?
many.
Yeah. You still have so many?
I do. Yeah. Yep, they're in the shed right now.
Is that the category of movies that you have the most of? Is horror?
Yep. Anytime I can watch a horror movie, I will, no matter what.
Top through and through.
Top 5. What are the top 5?
Top 5. Well, definitely The Exorcist. I loved watching the newest version of it in the movie theater with her going down the stairs. That was fun. I like Urban Legends. That one was fun. 13 Ghosts, the newest version of it.
I haven't seen that one.
What is 13 Ghosts?
I really loved that one's fun. I'll just say that with everything.
Yeah.
What else? So The Fall isn't really a horror movie, but that was more scary than any horror movie I've seen because it's more realistic.
Oh.
Yeah. It's about 2 girls going up on a radio tower and getting stuck up there.
I watched that.
Oh, yes, me too.
I watched that. Yes.
Yes.
So
that's more I don't know, thriller or
thriller.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that. Because then it became kind of vicious up there afterwards.
That is good. And then Hellink, there is another one that just came out a while ago that's a trilogy of like 3 that I really like too.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there one in the theater right now?
It is. It's called Long Legs, and it's supposed to be really, really good, and I want to see it.
I heard Long Legs, but it makes me think it's a spider.
No, I was thinking
crabs,
Yeah.
but you haven't watched it yet.
No, I haven't. I wanted to.
Yes. No, I heard it was good too. I had a coworker who said it was really good.
How about you guys, Jeremy? You and Angie, are you guys horror?
I used to be 20 years ago, but when they turned the genre into basically nothing but gory movies, it kind of like
yeah. Well, that's it, right? Like the Saw. Like I feel like there's only so much I could take of that too, and or they call it like what they call like torture porn things. Like it's too much, right? But that's why like it's interesting to see like different like nuanced horror movies out there where you're like, oh, is this scary? Like there's one where, oh gosh, The Walrus. Have you guys heard of The Walrus? So that's also in the subgenre of just transformative, I guess, horror, and the person just becomes a walrus.
Oh,
but you're like, and so there's a parts of it that's of course like it's too fictional to be realistic, right? But I find like a lot of them also delve in like science fiction. Like I think Alien, there's a new movie with aliens coming out, and again Romulus, yeah. So that one's soon in theaters.
You guys didn't have to watch like Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I think Scream was his first one. Scream was his opening first week. I didn't watch it with him. I'm like
those are more like jump scare.
Yes. So I think
here you go, Nick. I Know What You Did Last Summer. The place I went to go get coffee every morning was the theater from that movie.
Oh no way!
It was filmed. It was filmed in the town we lived in
North Carolina. Yeah, I guess that had like the North Carolina kind of vibe too.
Where is Gilmore Girls? Do you also know Gilmore Girls? I don't know why I just went there, but I just feel like theater. Me too.
We had the box set, and then so we binge watched. Back again when DVDs were a thing. Right. But I guess you could stream it now, but
you can, yeah. That's what I made my mom do. I'm like, we have to watch Gilmore Girls.
Yeah. One of the Hallmark ornaments for this year, I don't know why I was in Hallmark today, but they actually have a Gilmore Girls cup, like a coffee cup that they carry. I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
Super
with Rory and Lorelai.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know what Jeremy's going to show us about Gilmore Girls. If he's like, by the way, I live next door to them. Is what he's going to show.
Whenever you look up the filming locations for Gilmore Girls, the first thing that comes up is Toronto.
Oh,
really?
Yes.
That like that little town that they're in.
No.
It says that the little Midwest street is in Burbank, California.
Oh.
But it says one of the primary locations is Toronto. At least that's what IMDb says.
We have not ever come across them.
Yeah.
Steve says Gilmore Girls is very scary. No, it's
not. Nikki, how was your week?
Good. Busy. Always.
I know. I feel like I'm starting off 2 weeks of vacation. Today was my last day, and I actually feel like I'm disconnecting from work. Like for the longest time, even if I had random days here and there, I was just too steep into work that today I'm just like, oh, I could actually like just walk away and I have like no hard ties to it, which I don't know. Like I'm in so many projects and things like that. So it actually feels good to start the week.
Yeah, Maria's off for the week of Brick Slopes.
Yeah.
And then when we get back from Brick Slopes, the very next day she's going to Disney. With the kids.
Yes, I'm taking. So he goes back to work, and I'm like, I'm taking you guys to Disney. Sorry, but again, like our time there is too short, and we visit Orlando because my uncle lives there. So even growing up, like we were there frequently enough. I just didn't see him earlier this year, so I'm like, okay, we should visit him this summer before school starts. But because our time is so short there, I'm like, okay, we have to pick a park, maybe two. And then just run with it because we might be there again in the year or two next, right? Like it's we go enough that I don't feel like I'm missing.
So have you decided Animal Kingdom?
We want to try.
Not yet.
No.
You're gonna wait for me for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for you. I'm not very animal-y. I know that's horrible.
But I
right?
want to see the Avatar.
Yes, I know. We're probably gonna do Epcot because I heard Guardians of the Galaxy ride is there, and I heard it's very good. And I haven't done the Ratatouille ride either yet. And it's actually entering the food festival season in Epcot. So I did the race there a few years ago, and that was actually very fun when they even highlight more of their food fairs. But there's actually something in Disney called Disney at Night, where they open the park till like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning, but it starts at 7. And so it's this year, and it's like a specific day. So this year it's actually, or this month, it's August 29. We are there, and it's Hollywood Studios. So what ends up happening is they kind of kick out the people from Hollywood Studios early enough to open it for the late nighters to come through. That happens to be our youngest's favorite park. That I kind of feel bad if we went at night and not take him. But I don't know if he has the lasting energy batteries to stay up till like 2 a.m. running around. And I feel like it'll be dark. Like it'll just be more, like a different level of like Disney, like more adult, where I could take my 2 older kids, and one of my cousins is gonna meet us there. So he wants to go, but I'm like, oh my God, like in terms of timing, it's like if we're at Epcot that morning, can we still last to go back into like another park that evening and then trick Hayden to not going with us? It's a little bit politic right now.
I think it's the old people like you might be tired, but then
the old people like me might be tired.
The youngsters will have it.
He's trying to tell you something, Maria.
Yeah.
We're not as young as we used to be when we used to.
I know.
Back in the day, we get the park hopper, and then we do like a park in the morning, and then
run to
go
another
to the park in the afternoon.
The water parks at night are the best ones.
Oh.
Yes.
We've never tried the water parks at Disney.
Oh, only when I was little. Like I haven't seen.
But now they have like probably crazy
water parks at night. That's crazy. Hang on.
We went to Typhoon Lagoon a couple years ago. It was H2O Glow Nights. Basically, same idea. Park closed at like 5 o'clock. We were there from 5 till I don't remember what time, but it was a fraction of the people. They had a DJ there. Everything was included. It was that was nice.
Wow, DJ.
Yeah, so this one would have like drinks. It has drinks. It has food. It has everything included in your.
But it's not a age requirement. You
no, not so much. Not so much. It's just that like I feel like if it's. I mean, we've been to Disney night like till closing, like to see the fireworks and things like that. But I just feel like if I lose the older two, I have a tracker on them. Like they have their phones at least. And if I lose this guy, he's just untrackable still. So
no, but he'll be with you. The other two always want to go. You would think.
I almost lost one of them a few years ago. He's still traumatized by it.
Just get him a little phone so you can track him.
Yeah. Here's a yarn. Here's on my wrist. He's on your wrist. Don't go further than this. Yeah, I know.
Or get him a watch so you can watch him that way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
I know. Imagine if Find Your Phone was a thing when we were like teenagers.
Oh my God, I'd be in so much trouble.
Right?
But now we're constantly Find My Phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's funny because like I have friends who don't have kids and they're like, oh my God, you're tracking your teenager or whatever. Isn't that like a breach in their privacy? I don't know. But they've been just used to it, right? Ever since like they got their phones and it was like a family sort of account that to this day, it's like.
And they can find us too, right?
They can find us if they want to find us, but I don't think they have it on. Yeah, they don't care.
Right.
I think they get home at night, our car's not there. They assume that we're just somewhere. Like, aren't you guys like worry? Like, nope, different level.
I mean, if they're aware of it, then there's nothing wrong with it.
Right, exactly. It's not like I'm showing up to where they are at. Oh my gosh, you're here now.
And they can always hide. You can hide where you are too, but they don't do that.
Yeah, because I don't think they know how to. That's information that we never told them, or maybe they didn't. Yeah, maybe they don't think of it.
How was your week, Jeremy?
Pretty good. Going through Olympic withdrawals.
Oh, yes. I know. There's nothing to watch. I agree. I turn on the TV, and I don't even know what the channel was anymore. I'm like, what would this channel be if it didn't have Olympics on? Like, I just had it in the background all the time, right? And then you just kind of like walk into the room, and you're like, oh, fun. And then sorry, I feel you.
Yep. So we've been having that this week. Andrew's been looking more into the trip we got coming up. We're going to Vegas for the week.
Oh, yes. Awesome.
So she's been looking at things for us to do because anytime we've gone to Las Vegas, we've never had difficulty figuring out what we wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And this time we're actually having difficulty. So we're trying to figure out what do we want to do.
Have you done most of it then? That's the problem.
So when you go to Vegas, do you watch the shows or do you play?
We have not watched any of the shows. Andrew's been to a couple of shows before. I've only been once. Like, actually, to the Strip. I've only been to the Strip once.
Okay.
Andrew's been a couple times. She's seen a couple of shows. Mm-hmm. She has fond, not memories of one show in particular.
Oh, no. Which one?
The Chris Angel show.
Really?
She was like how horrible it was.
That's a magician, right?
A magician.
Or escape artist?
Oh.
It was. I'm saying it's been over 15 years ago when she went to it, but still, But this last time we went and did 20 casinos, walked the entire strip, like one end of it to the other, 16 miles.
Yep.
$20 in each casino just to see what we did.
Yes.
So it was like
that's your limit. You're like,
Did you
okay,
go?
$20 chips. When we're out, we're done.
It was just something fun. First, it was like I did one casino, she did the next one, and we just went back and forth, $20 in each one.
Yeah.
And I mean, we ended up being up a decent amount whenever we finished.
What did you play?
Slot machines.
Okay.
We went in, we looked at a slot machine. We're like, okay, I want to play this one. Put $20 in, do your $20 worth of hits. If you get more than $20, take it out. Keep on going.
That's right.
Oh,
Cool.
Yep. So we did that. Now she's found the plaza down in downtown has got like bingo, and we love bingo.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we're already falling into our old habits.
You have to start developing these when you're young, right?
Or the daughter.
I was notorious on the last cruise that we went on with my parents and everything that the people on the cruise ship knew us because I hit so many jackpots on the cruise.
Oh.
So I was a known.
Rigged.
We were known on the cruise. So we enjoyed bingo, and we're trying to figure out some other things. So it's gonna be too hot to go hiking, things like that.
Yeah,
Right,
it is
right.
hot. Yeah.
But we got a couple books we've been waiting on coming from the library, so we had those to catch up on.
Are you gonna go to the Lego store in Vegas?
Maybe it's not too far. It's not a treasure island.
What about
Every
Meow
single
Ball?
Lego order I place online, it comes from that store.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah. So maybe we'll go there. I'm not sure. We had some Lego orders come in, so we've been partying out a couple sets. But
The last time we were in Vegas, Maria was how many months pregnant were
Like
you?
7.
7 months
We
pregnant.
signed up for a marathon. So I signed up for this marathon before I knew I was pregnant. And I'm like, oh, because again, it was one of those when you're in the race expo, you sign up for the next race and you get like X amount of discount. I'm like, well, I don't think I'm going to be pregnant anytime soon. Let's sign up for Vegas. I think we were like running Seattle at that time. Seattle, and then let's do Vegas in November. Yeah, so my marathon was really half, and most of it was spent running to bathrooms at different hotels. Like I'd be on the course, and I'm like, oh my god! And then and again, Vegas is like so far from each other, right? Like each driveway is yay long, and you're like, I'm gonna go to that hotel. Aria's like my next stop, and like just getting into the lobby and looking for the bathroom. You're like, where is this? So I probably did a little bit more than my half, but
I remember
I
whenever
ate a
we
good
tried
steak
to
after.
whenever we try to cross the street with the light, the red light.
Oh my god, I've never been so slow in my life.
She,
And this was my
is
last
she gonna
pregnancy.
make it?
Oh my
She's
god,
making it right.
somebody just pulled me over, pushed me through. Yes, Vegas was a very long walk. I mean, it was a good walk.
But I remember we had our first because usually before the marathon you have like the carb load, and so we were looking for an Italian place, like because I usually like having the spaghetti. So we found a place, but they had family servings, and so we didn't know what these family servings was. But so we're like, okay, we want one of these and one of. And
I want a
the waitress is
lasagna,
like,
and it was spaghetti, and
These servings are
just
kind
the
of
two
big.
of us.
Yeah, the waitress is like, these servings are kind of big. It's family portion.
And we're like, we can eat. I mean, we can eat.
We
but
had a
then
lot of leftovers.
When it came, we're like, oh, this is big family portion.
Yeah, we didn't, because we had the lasagna,
Yeah, we had the lasagna.
plus the spaghetti and meatballs. Did your friend Susan was
Yes.
with us too, right?
And
So it was like
we
3
had,
of us.
I think we had like the salad. But yeah.
Yeah, it was,
We knew it
was a
maybe, and
lot.
we didn't know it, but you know.
Well, you were eating for 2. So.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
my head, like there was no small amount of food ever. But yeah, I think we watched a Cirque du Soleil there with the water.
Oh, fun.
Which
Oh.
one was that? I just
Was it
remember
O?
because I was like sleepy.
It might have been O. Yeah, I think
It was O.
I think it's O.
And I had
Okay.
wanted to watch the Beatles one, but like we just ran out of time too.
And
But
that
again,
one's gone now.
I know, I heard.
Maria's friend Susan
Yeah.
got there the day before, and she said when she got there, there was a show. Who's the wife of Tim McGraw?
Faith Hill.
Faith
It was
Hill.
a Faith Hill show.
And she got free tickets for
She got free tickets.
Just somebody handed it to her. She's like, really?
Yeah, and I think she was saying like they give a lot of free tickets to shows because they want to entice people to go into the casinos afterwards.
Yes.
But yeah, that was cool.
Yes.
And then she got something. Remember from the crowd?
I don't remember this. This was like over 10 years ago. My baby's like 10 and a half now, you know.
It was like boots or something or a guitar.
Oh yeah, she did.
She got. I don't know if they were handing it to people in the crowd, but I remember something like that.
No. But yeah, no, we haven't been back since that.
But we had fun.
Yeah.
Vegas.
I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most is Pink Box Donuts.
Oh, cool.
We don't know that. What?
It's a Vegas donut chain that is phenomenal.
We gotta find pictures of
what's special. Like it's like Krispy Kreme. Is it
Beyond?
I want to go to this. When you talk donuts, I heard this a really great place, and I know it's not gonna be the same, but like it's become a place that a lot of Torontonians have gone to Buffalo, New York, called Paula's Donuts.
Okay.
And so I feel like we have to go just drive the hour and find these Paula's Donuts.
Let's see here.
Let's go take a look at your photo of.
But they have the nice donuts in Florida. What are the ones that your uncle used to get?
Oh no, those are crumble cookies. Are you thinking?
Oh, cookies. Yeah.
Oh, yummy.
Classic 13 butterscotch. Oh my god.
What? Pink Box.
Limited edition. What's that? Learning ABCs. Oh my god, I love it already. Yeah. I feel like when something is too pretty, I'm so loath to eat it. I feel so bad.
And this is how they look. This is one of the few places I've been to where it actually, the way it looks in the picture is how it looks there.
Oh, that's awesome.
But the best ones are, in my opinion, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Samoa's.
Is there a Samoa's donut?
Holy bananas.
Oh, Samoa's.
That's one of the best ones.
What?
Wait, how did you know that was her favorite?
Oh, no, that's just most of everybody's favorite.
Oh, okay.
It's either usually that or Thin Mints.
Yeah, that's true. That's the other one. Yep. And tag-alongs.
And for me, I go for this. The Nutella face dough crow.
Oh, Nutella.
What does dough crow mean? What does the crow mean?
Croissant dough made into a donut.
That is so deadly.
Wow.
And then you have the festive ones.
Oh, cute. Show off.
But they're open 24 hours.
Pictures. What?
Yep, they're open 24 hours.
They're open 24 hours, honestly.
Yep.
There used to be a lot more.
I know.
But
I
not
feel like the
anymore.
pandemic did a thing on us by making a lot of places close early, even here.
Jeremy, have you gone to Meow Wolf in Vegas? Are you going to?
I don't know.
Okay.
What's
It's
that?
a very interesting thing. We have one in Colorado. There's 3 different ones. There's one in Colorado, Las Vegas, and New Mexico. And it's very artistic is all I can really say. There's lots of fun things to do in there, but it just has different themes in it. You'll have to look it up.
It's like a park. Like it's like a.
Can you spell it? I need to see the word in my head.
Meow Wolf.
Meow.
So like cat, meow, and wolf.
Oh,
Meow Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just heard a meow. Who was that?
My cat.
Well
That's
timed.
Raven. Good job, meow meow.
Meow Wolf Company. Oh.
Is it the Meow Wolf Company?
Well, Meow Wolf in Vegas.
Oh,
fun.
I'm gonna share screen.
Yes.
We just saw something fun.
Oh, nice. There's
This
one.
is just how we travel now to Vegas. So something
awesome.
like this, I guess, like lights, but like you're saying different things, right?
It's very immersive art. Yep, exactly. That's the best way to explain it. There's different rooms and it's loud. In some rooms there aren't any noises, so you can go hide in a little room.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
It looks very Vincent Van Gogh.
Yeah. Or not.
So Jeremy, have you seen something like this in Vegas?
I have not.
There you go.
I'm gonna
You're
look
going
and
to
see where it
report
is.
back and tell us
There
how
you
it's
go.
like.
If you're looking for something to do, try this out.
Very fun.
Yeah. There's stories involved with it and a puzzle that you can follow along with and solve.
Have you been to Vegas, Nikki?
I have a long time ago. Yep. When I was little, and then when I was in college, we went on a road trip to Malibu to camp on the beach and stopped in Vegas first.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So much.
Did you gamble like Jeremy or?
Maybe a little bit, but not like that. No, we were just hanging out, just stopping by, going to In-N-Out. That was our biggest thing that we like to do.
We haven't. Are you talking about In-N-Out burgers?
Yeah. Yep.
We've never been to In-N-Out burgers.
I have.
Oh, you have?
When I was younger.
How is it?
I don't remember.
Would I like it?
Yes, you would like anything burger. Nick and I are always like on the challenge of like top 10 burgers from whatever city. So even trying to make an itinerary for Utah, I'm like, what are the best pizzas, best burgers, best places, like fun places?
Well, I was telling her at Utah, there's the 313 Detroit
pizza
style.
And then brick pizza also. That's the one that actually I have had.
Brick pizza.
Oh, we got to try brick pizza.
Okay, I have.
That one should be easy for you to remember.
The pressure of like remembering everything.
But it's also Detroit style.
Okay. So interesting. Detroit style.
When you were at Brick Slopes last year, Nikki, did you try any of the restaurants around there?
We went to an all-you-can-eat food thing. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like a hibachi girl is where we went.
Oh, okay. How about
And
you?
it was really close by. I just
Oh,
cannot remember the name of it right now.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
Korean barbecue. That's what it was. But yeah, it was really
Korean
delicious.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yum.
But it was like all you can eat,
Yeah.
and it was a lot.
I tend to fill like my plate with like so like my food plate, but like my to-do plate with like so many things. But I'm like, I also want to, of course, spend time at Brick Slopes. But here it's like
You've never been to
I've never been to Utah,
so
Salt Lake City, so I want to like see the city too and everything, right? And so Nick's like, how are we gonna like enjoy just being in Brick Slopes? I'm like, I rented a car, and I'm usually prone to do that just to like like if there's an art gallery, and they do have a fine arts gallery, they do, and everything's like in the city, and then also like a natural history museum by the mountains. So everything is like, and also their temple, they have that.
Yeah,
but it's under construction, so you can't go anywhere near it. But I just want to like take a peek one of the days that we have there, just to like take a look at downtown Salt Lake City. I know they also have like the Salt Lake, like the actual water, like that's all like salt. But I don't know how far of a drive that is, right? Like I just don't want to go too far. So, and then of course, like what are top pizza places all around the city? And I mean, there's only so much stomach that we have too. Like in my head, I'm like overly ambitious. I'm like top 10. We're gonna do this in like the next 3 days that we're there.
This week we tried a new burger place on the Bun.
Oh yes, yeah.
One of Maria's friends is getting married,
and she loved her husband to be loved it so much that they're actually having a food truck in their wedding in October, and so we're like, okay, Nick is such a burger connoisseur that we're like, we got to try this, and she's like, oh my god, the pressure. But then we get there and it was quite good. Like we had I had one that's like an apple butter burger.
Yeah.
So delicious.
And they had apple butter fries. So the apple butter fries tasted like barbecue chips or bacon chips.
Yes, bacon chips. Yes.
So
sweet and savory, kind of like nice combination and everything.
I thought they had. You guys know poutine, right? It's. I thought they had a poutine burger because it was on the menu and it was like a poutine burger. So I was like, oh yeah, I want the poutine burger. And they're like, oh, that's not actually a burger.
It doesn't have the bun. Like it'll have the poutine fries and then a burger on top.
Yeah.
So don't think that we're gonna squash it between two buns.
Because I was like Google imaging poutine burgers.
I was
saw like
worried
a
about that
burger
one.
with fries in there and gravy.
It doesn't take much for me to get him out the house if I say, hey, let's try this burger place. And then yes, and he's already like checking out like the menu and everything before I get home from work. Things like that. But it was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I've watched a couple things this week.
I haven't.
So I don't know if you watched the series The Umbrella Academy.
I do.
But season 4 just dropped. So I watched that. Season 4, I don't know. They kind of went weird with the story. It's not as.
Is that the series? Is that the season end? Like the series end?
I think it's the end because Did you watch season 4, Nikki?
I haven't yet. No, I need to though.
Is it based on like a book? I feel like I've seen it.
Graphic novel, yeah.
I've seen
comic
Gerard. Gerard Way wrote it years ago. It's a comic book.
Okay, yeah, I think I've seen it.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if they were true to the comic book at all, like for each series, or if they kind of changed it a little. Because maybe it's weird because the comic book was weird. Like it gets kind of
Comic book was weird.
Yeah.
I read some of it. I haven't read all of it. But,
Have you seen the Umbrella Academy, Jeremy?
I have not watched them. I read the comics when they came out.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's where I see it always.
The first few seasons are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth season,
less.
I watched it. I finished it in like
You're
a couple days. Like I was interested.
He's got to finish them.
Yeah, he just finished.
No, sometimes I'll start a series and then I kind of just.
I can't wait for your
drifts.
report.
It doesn't really do it for me. But this one, I wanted to see what happened at the end.
Okay.
So.
It wasn't Cobra Kai where he had to finish it in one day.
I finished that actually in a good time frame too. I don't know why.
Have you seen Cobra Kai, Nikki?
I have, and I need to. That's one that's on my list.
Like you haven't seen any seasons of Cobra Kai?
No, none of the seasons.
It's a good nostalgia from the 80s kind of thing. You've watched The Karate Kid?
I have. Funny story. I actually have an Uncle Miyagi.
Oh. That is so fun.
That is in Okinawa, or was in Okinawa.
Your uncle is Japanese?
Away. Yes. Yep. I'm Japanese.
Blood relative? Oh, you're part Japanese?
Yep.
Wait, are you full Japanese or part Japanese?
No, quarter.
Okay, quarter.
Yep.
That's cool. You've been to Japan?
I have. Yep, in Okinawa.
Oh.
So I got to meet all my relatives.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's where Harold was stationed.
Yes.
For I guess 3
a very
years.
haunted place in Japan.
It is very haunted.
There's a lot of good hauntedness there.
What, Okinawa?
Yes, that's what Harold was saying. Like there's so many places there that you just feel things.
Yep, absolutely. There's like Suicide Cliffs, Suicide Cave, and then my mom actually lived there when she was younger, and definitely says it's haunted.
Yes.
And
because of the wars that's happened, or the battle too that's happened there, right?
That's another bucket list. Like our kids really want to go to Japan. Yes. They're really into anime.
Yes.
And so that's a
place to go to, maybe for graduation.
But we always say that Harold has to go with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malone is a very traditional Japanese name.
That's the other part. Irish and Japanese.
Another show I started watching because season 3 just dropped and I heard about it. Have you heard of Industry?
Only from Nick.
So I think it's on HBO Max because we watch it on Crave. Crave is like the Canadian HBO Max. It's kind of like The Wolf of Wall Street meets Euphoria, I guess. So there's like a lot of like drugs and racy, but also Wall Street, but Wolf of Wall Street in London because it takes place in London, but there's some American actors in there. I finished season 1. I'm kind of into season 2. There's only like 8 episodes in a season, but it's interesting. So I was watching that, and I started another series.
I read books.
So I don't know why. I'm not really a Trekkie, but I started watching Star Trek Enterprise.
Okay.
So Star Trek Enterprise is the prequel to the Star Trek series.
Scott Bakula.
Yeah.
Scott Bakula. So you know this one.
I know that one. Yeah.
Have you watched Star Trek Enterprise?
I watched some episodes scattered out. I didn't sit down and watch it. No.
Was it on regular television?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
It was.
We were young.
It was 2000, I think, or 2004, or something like that.
See, for me, I grew up loving Quantum Leap. So, of course, they put Scott Bakula on there. I'm going to watch it because I like to know Quantum Leap.
Right. Oh, I love Quantum Leap.
Yes, me too.
That was a good show.
So,
and Outer Limits?
Outer Limits. What a great show.
So I don't know what attracted me to.
Yeah, where you just look at like maybe it's top rated. Like you turn on Netflix and it's like the first thing and you're like play.
For some reason, I was on Netflix and I typed in Star Trek because I wanted to watch something Star Trek, and I saw Star Trek: The Next Generation, which I've seen a bunch of. Right. I saw Star Trek, the regular series. Then they had like Deep Space Nine, and they had all of them. And then when I saw the prequel, I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting because it shows Earth too, and how it kind of started, and so that kind of piqued my interest. So I started watching that, and then they have like the Vulcans in there and the Klingons, and so this might be like a little gateway into.
You had too many days off this week,
Star
I think.
Trek, all of them.
Finally, right? Like after years and.
So, Star Wars or Star Trek, Nikki? What's both? What's higher?
There is none higher. Nope.
Oh,
They're equal.
Equal.
I love both of them. Yep.
What was first? What came first?
The chicken or the egg?
Or were they introduced to you at the same time?
Yeah.
What was I introduced to first? I have no idea. I know I watched all the Star Trek with my parents and Star Wars movies. It was kind of, they coincided.
Yeah.
When you say all the Star Trek, is that the original series?
Yep. The Next Generation, and then all the movies. Like Wrath of Khan, the old one, was one of my favorites. And then they redid it, which was still pretty good.
I feel like Nick is going to delve deep now. This is the start.
No, I think it was because I wanted to.
Lego
It's always interesting when they go to a different planet and how they interpret a world that's not Earth.
True.
And so it was interesting. How about you, Jeremy? Star Wars, Star Trek?
Star Wars, Star Trek. Growing up, grew up on the Star Wars movies. Star Trek, we watched Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, all of them, all the time. Watched the movies. Movies was a nightly thing in our house. But here's your thing. If you start getting into the movies, rewatching those, enjoying those, then you'll have to go back to Las Vegas so you can go to Captain Kirk's grave.
Oh.
He was buried there, huh?
In the movie where spoilers, he dies. It's at the state park right outside of Vegas, about an hour outside of Vegas. The whole scene takes up there.
I do traveling to visit, certain characters or for certain cemeteries. I don't know what I'm thinking. But yeah, cool.
One more thing. So Hayden's been doing his basketball every week on Saturday. It's like a 3v3. But they just started this new thing where they're going to be giving out report cards.
Can you
What?
just say,
What?
Or is this what we get for what we pay now? I guess.
So I guess the
weird.
coaches fill out an evaluation form, and so we're going to be getting an email with, I guess, how he did in different.
I know, swimming, you get a report card, right? Because you have to get to the next level. But basketball is the levels you level up only as per your grade or your age, right? You're not going to play with the kindergartner or however.
But it's going to say what the suggested next thing to enroll.
Are you excited about this, Nick?
I'm just curious because also if there's stuff that he needs to work on, I can help him to work on.
Our third boy is Nick's
chance.
last hope for a sporty boy because the other two
we have 3 boys, Nikki, and the first 2
they're okay, but they're not super art.
I was excited, we have a boy, we can do sports and everything, and then they're not really into sports, even though we tried.
They're sportsy enough, but not into sports.
But the third one, I didn't even try because I wasn't thinking anymore, and he's already
I've given up.
Grabbing a ball when he was little and throwing it, and he's doing stuff that I used to do, because my parents didn't push me into sports at all.
Yeah. That's the key. Don't push them, and they will.
I know.
Actually, we made them do so many sports. The other 2, that they're over it. They're
But they weren't even good at it, though.
They're not
He's good at it. Yeah. They don't watch Color Break.
Okay.
Yeah, they know of this. They know to be quiet. They know to get off the internet. But
Yeah,
very cool.
it's this whole Lego.
Yes. Are you still reading Ready Player One, Jeremy?
Finished it, started Ready Player 2.
Oh, okay. I just finished listening to it too. This is when I run. I actually listen to audiobooks, and I feel it was good nostalgia again. But I feel I don't know. It was good that I want to keep listening to it again.
Yeah.
I mean, Will Wheaton. Yes.
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 Is he in it?
He's the one who narrates it.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Oh.
I know. This is it. When I read audiobooks, I'm always attracted to. It's who are the celebrity audiobook narrators, right?
Speaking of Next Generation.
Speaking of Next Generation. This is the link, right? Your movies or your shows.
But I always knew Will Wheaton from Stand By Me.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I know.
Before next generation.
I can still see his little face. But yeah, no, I just feel like this week, I've as I finish like certain things from work, I can go back into enjoying a book, like enjoying reading, versus before I'm like, oh, I haven't read anything, and I feel like just, oh, let me do a chapter, but there was just like less joy in it because I was just always thinking of work. But back to like our paranormal activity, a book that I would recommend is something called Dead Things Are Closer Than They Appear. It just came out this year. It's pretty much like young adult, but it's almost like they live on a fault line. And so I feel like the pacing, and I like it so much that I have both like the e-reader, the e-book, and the audiobook. So when I'm running, I'm listening to the chapter. And then if there's something that like piques my interest, and I'm like reading the same chapter over again because I'm that much of a nerd.
You'll have to tell me that again.
I have to have all the different versions because there's a lot of like
what is
details.
the title again?
Dead Things Are Closer Than They Appear.
I'm writing it down right now.
Yes, and it's by Robin Wesley, and I think it's like their first book. Dead Things Are Closer Than They Appear, but it's like
Maybe
again,
they'll come out with a movie.
I hope so for you, right? But like it reminds me of like the Buffy, like sort of like something opens, demon things come out. I love Buffy. Sorry. Oh my god, I can't wait to meet
Angel.
you.
I know. Look at perfectly.
But yeah, no, I think it's like one of the more enjoyable reads. Like I feel like I've just been in a slump of like reading where I like listen to a book. I'm like, okay, it's good, 3 stars. But this one's like, wow, I actually like it so much that let me get like the reading version. So when I'm actually still, I could just like get into the character development. And it is fast paced, but it's enough that you are engaged with the characters too, and it's not just like the action subplot to it or anything like that. So Dead Things Are Closer Than They Appear. Speaking of this tonight.
It's
when
true.
that just came out. That just came out
this year. Yeah, it's a recent book. But yeah.
Yeah, I like listening to audiobooks when I'm working. So
Same.
and also when driving.
Yes.
I don't have a lot of time to read, so I listen to a lot of audiobooks.
Yes. No, same. I do chores, everything, and I'm just always plugged in, and it, and I know like it's there's a difference still with reading. Like with reading and your perception of eye to brain, there's still a deeper, I feel like, connection.
But you speed read, so at least now you can hear all the words.
I'm a slow reader.
But sometimes I feel like on hearing, sometimes I would tend to like just disconnect, like there's a little bit of you that's not quite so into it. Like it just depends. Like I feel like when I'm running, then I'm really into that book. I am forced to like listen to it. But like if I'm working or doing other chores, there's parts of it that's like I heard it, I have a gist of the story, but I'm not fully into it, right? So
I can see that, yeah. Absolutely. Sometimes I have to go back. I'm like, wait, I missed something.
Yes,
so, yes, absolutely.
Yes, it's like good thing that they had the rewind buttons or however we call it. Oh my God, nobody calls rewind buttons. What did they call that? Go back 10 seconds.
No, they still say rewind.
Rewind sounds good to me.
Yeah. On the remote, it's a rewind.
Okay.
Because now you can rewind on like a regular show that you're watching.
Okay, that's still a word. I don't know.
Fast forward, rewind still exists.
It's still a thing.
Yes.
Gen Z still knows.
Exactly.
Are we gonna go into our next segment?
Number 3.
Which is
it's time for show and tell.
Harold tonight.
Harold usually does the ticker tape.
I don't know what ticker tape is.
Okay, show and tell. No, that's not the one. This one.
Yeah.
This one. All right, show and tell. What do you got,
I have
Maria?
just, my stationery stuff. Not really, but part of my hoardingness is I love journaling. And the last few years, I've actually been writing journals to my boys. Because I have so many journals. I'm like, what am I going to do them?
Her death journals.
Yeah, I call them
her
death
life
journals.
journals.
And so I'm actually, I think I just started like at the beginning of 2020, like around the pandemic time. There was just a lot of time, right? And as opposed to just writing something dear or what, I just ended up having 3 separate ones to the 3 separate boys. And, you sense like your tone is different. Your stories are a little bit different, even if it's the same kind of story. But I'm finishing the second one. So I'm excited to like go through my hoardedness and decide like what to use for the next 3. So I have like my 3 sort of like selected. And I was thinking maybe I'll have them choose from my collection, like what they want. So actually Tristan chose this one. He's the oldest. And this is like a Monet version. A Van Gogh journal. He likes art and everything. So I do try to like have the journals, I guess, personalized to each boy. Our middle guy, he's born year of the ox. And because I'm such a hoarder, I do have a year of the ox journal.
Wait, do you have a year of the every animal?
No, I actually don't. I don't know how I fell into the year of the ox. So I mean, I guess this was when he turned 12, and
Nick, you need to get him on
had
now.
yeah. This was just a few years ago, and I guess like for us, year of the horse is coming up in a couple of years still for the left. And then for a youngest, I have Le Petit Prince.
Oh,
so at least it makes me go through my journals and actually fill it.
so
Not
these
that
are
I
all
don't-
empty.
They're all empty right now, fresh. I'm so excited to like start them.
What were your other journals from before for the kids?
Tristan was usually Lego because he was the kid who was into Lego, so I had all these Lego kind of journals. Mason was Toy Story. Of all our kids, he was obsessed with Toy Story, and Moleskin had a collaboration with Toy Story some time ago. And Hayden was the kid obsessed with Star Wars. Now I've run out of those themes, so I'm like now having to actually go through and like what is a more
so you had multiple Star Wars, multiple.
Yeah.
So how many journals of each did you
I have 2 of each for each now.
Okay.
So
this is your third journal.
This will be the third, so it's now a little bit off their themes, but still trying to use up the journals that I have. But then I'm like stuck with like my Hello Kitty, Moleskin journals. Like, who am I going to like dedicate that to? Or
that could be your grandkids.
Just true.
They have like girls,
right? Maybe. But and I'm still very much into like journal, like agendas, like calendars. And so this year, Harry Potter came out, and it starts for the 2024-2025. And last year I had such a hard time finding an agenda for this year that I ended up just getting one of those fill in the blanks kind of thing. So I know this is a bit early because I usually start my calendar.
Slytherin.
It could be just a green, but this one it's like it's like a glow in the dark. They said like I haven't tried it yet, but the keys should glow in the dark.
Very cool.
Interesting.
Yes, and so this one starts in August, which I probably won't start because I still have my other one. I just didn't want to like lose the opportunity to not have an agenda because I don't know. I like writing so much. My kids can't write. I can't.
And these
read
are all
scripts.
Moleskin.
Yeah.
Moleskin.
So I feel like this is sort of like I get excited when it's like a new book.
Is Moleskin like the Lego of journals?
Maybe one of it. Maybe
Okay.
one of
What's
it.
another brand?
Lectern. I can't say that word. Lecchturn is another one. There's a few of them, but
Why do you like Moleskin compared
I'm just
to
a
the others?
loyalist, right?
Okay.
Like if there's like a brand that I like, I feel like I will just really just focus all of my intentions.
That was the
to
first
it.
one you got, and then so you just
Probably yes. I like the fact that it has like a little elastic thing to close it.
Right.
It has like a little pocket in the back.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, pockets in the
So
back.
what do you put there?
I don't know, little pictures, stickers, but even
stickers.
each one, because they are like some sort of like limited edition, they'll usually have like little like page tabs. This one with Little Prince has like little stickers of Little Prince, so they have little.
But you don't use the stickers because you
Sometimes I do.
Oh, okay.
Like
I'll
put it in their journal.
You might get creative.
Yeah, I
Hoard
might
the
get
stickers.
creative,
I thought you
right?
like to hoard the stickers.
I know. I have to stop hoarding the stickers and actually use the stickers. And then it has like a bookmark.
Okay.
Right, so they have bookmarks and things like that. So, but I feel like a lot of journals too have the a very similar format to things
But you
this.
don't you like the journals without the lines?
I do. I like journals. I actually love it when they are just very blank like this. I don't like lines, but I just get carried away when the cover is so cute, and then I end up buying it. Then I'm like, oh, lines. So.
They're so constricted.
They like restrict me into like writing on the lines, and I can't anyways. But if anything, at least like when I write to the kids, I excited to start writing.
I love it.
Nikki, what do you got?
What do I have? I have been working on a trophy for Brick Slopes. It's our lug trophy,
So fun.
and it's Colorado. It's a Columbine.
A Columbine.
Is that the Colorado flower?
Yes.
Yep, it is. Yep.
Okay.
And then there's a C in the middle. So some special person will get this for the lug
very
trophy.
nice.
So is that the best in show for the lug?
There's a special lug trophy for all the lugs this year. So all of them we're kind of all doing our own. I have to make another one for cow lug too.
But I mean, like, you guys will give this trophy to the mock that you think it is the best in
Whichever one
Brick
you like.
Slopes. That's cool.
Are you making more than one trophy? Like, are there different categories?
I'm making one for den lug and then one for cow lug.
Oh,
So
I see.
only one lug trophy per lug.
I see.
Was there a trophy at Brick World Chicago that you guys gave out?
No, we haven't done this before. This is just a new
Okay,
thing.
this is a new thing.
Good idea. New idea.
That's nice. Was that from your own pieces, or you designed it on like a computer and then you got it from
That is
Bricklink?
from my own pieces. I was like, okay, how am I going to do a Columbine? Then I had 2 of the Kingfisher sets because I pulled a whole bunch of pieces from both of those to build my mock for the Dungeons and Dragons one. And I noticed that they had the blue leaves. Like, oh, this will be perfect. Now I just have to find the rest of the pieces. And it all just kind of fell together.
The Kingfisher set's at Costco. I'm still waiting to go on sale.
97 cents is the ending.
It's there.
Oh.
Yes.
It's a cool one. When you make your mocks, Nikki, is it always just trial and error, or do you go on a program and design something?
Trial and error. I really do not like studio.
Oh, okay.
I tried and I'm like, I can't do this right now. I have no time. And just trial and error and putting things together and having fun. Usually I'm laying in bed and I just have epiphany.
Yes, idea. Bing.
Are your bricks totally sorted?
No, they need to be
or
sorted.
Is it rummaging?
So everything's out in the living room in different places and just in boxes and bags. They're sorted enough. They need to be more sorted. Yeah. That'll be the winter thing to do when we're not, at display.
It's a lot of the sound of bricks.
Yeah, you already hear it.
You know that sound when you're going like this?
That's like mahjong tiles. Yeah. It's like a zen sort of like movement.
It is.
Yeah, before I had everything sorted, it was just by color, and I would dump everything onto the floor and then just find what I needed that way.
It takes so much time to look for something all the time.
Yeah.
I can't wait till it's all sorted.
But even now, as you sort things, I mean, I'm sure you have your system, but I don't even know where to start.
Because everything's separated into Ziploc bags now. So if I need something,
but
I
even
just go
down here.
Oh, I just knows where it is.
He has his.
I know where everything is now.
And pieces.
Yeah. Everything's sorted by piece and color.
Okay.
But then some things are just if they're like in a tub, they're just the piece, multiple colors. But if they're by all the bricks are separated by piece and color, so I just go to the color, and then all the pieces are separated to Ziploc bags of different things.
But this one is like just one piece, and we use what is this?
That's my pork grinds.
Pork rinds container from Costco.
It's a good.
And it's just all sorts of this.
Yeah, the pork grinds container looks like a Lego head.
Right? Works $9.99 in Costco here. Clearly, we go through a lot of pork rinds.
No, that was only like that one time. Or I have 2 buckets of it.
Yeah, you have 2 buckets. One time.
2 times.
But 2 times of it. I think they stopped selling them.
I don't see it there anymore.
I think they also sell cheese balls in that kind of container.
Oh, right.
Cheese balls.
Right, I think so.
Yes.
Yum.
Jeremy, what do you got?
Let's see here. Andrea, I'm going to take your book for a second. Yep. Well, first thing we have is let's talk about the books. So this is the one that Andrea's reading right now. So I've been waiting on it to come in.
Oh. As soon as people show me books, I'm already putting it on a list. You just can't help it.
Nikki's writing it down too.
Yes.
Yep. Ashley Paulston. We enjoyed one of our other books. We listened to Geekarella a couple years ago.
Oh, I love Geekarella. So she's
the same author? It's the same author.
Oh, awesome. Okay, placing hold.
So she's actually been enjoying that.
Okay, cool.
What's the premise? 7 year slip.
What's the premise?
You slip into bad habits or something?
People meet and they're in different times in the same place.
Oh,
okay.
Like Lake House.
Like Lake House. Yeah. So 2 people, same place, different times.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are liking that, the current book I'm also reading on top of the Dead Things Are Closer Than It Appears is, if you guys know Rainbow Rowell, the author Rainbow Rowell, she has a new book called Slow Dance. And
Rainbow Rowell.
Rainbow is her first name, Rowell. I don't know how to say her name, but I feel like I've followed this author for a while now, and her newest book is Slow Dance, and similar. It's like they're friends when they were younger, and then life takes them, and then when they meet up again, right? Sometimes I just need books to just simple, joyful, nothing that makes my heart race so bad. Although this is making my heart race kind of bad. But yeah, cool. I do like Geekarella.
I've been reading.
I love
Addie
that
LaRue.
Book. Yes, I love that book. That one is there's a movie based on this. which is the one with Blake Lively. A little bit of a version of it. Right? What is that? Like she doesn't age. She does not age.
Oh, no. I know the one you're talking about.
Is this the one where she doesn't age? The life of right. She doesn't age, and so Blake Lively had a movie maybe the last 10 years ago now, 7 or 10 years ago, and so that was a great book too. I love the cover.
Then I also picked up. I didn't know until the other night when they made the announcement of the new sets.
The Age of Adeline.
That Wicked was a book.
Yes.
So little library around the corner actually had it, so I picked that up. So I'm gonna read that also.
I have to say that was probably one of the harder books for me to read.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know why I could not get into it, and I have tried several times, and it had spawned other books after it. Like I love the musical. I'm going to love this movie. I love the whole premise of it. I don't know why I couldn't, and I've tried multiple times. It's one of my DNFs.
Is it different from the musical?
It's different because again, like there's always going to be a translation, right, from book to screen or book to stage.
You tried reading the book after the musical?
No, before. This book had come out a while ago.
Okay.
Already, and I mean, I see the cover, and I'm such a cover like when you see a bottle of wine, that's a beautiful bottle of wine. That's a beautiful. Like I always pretty much am that, don't judge a book by its cover. And here I am. I'm always attracted to a lot of book covers. And that's covers. Like one. I remember I would always go to either the new releases, and that was one of that for that year, bought it out. And it's one of my still DNFs. So I don't know. Maybe sometimes I keep on thinking, did not
finish.
Yeah.
I know that from sports.
Oh, you know that from finish. Yeah, from running. DNF.
And
so, but
the last book I got from the library was actually for research. So
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes. This might be a slippery
art.
So Art of Encana. So written by Matt and Sam Witwer and 2 other people. So most people know Sam Witwer.
Yeah, from Smallville.
Darth Maul. Yep, Smallville. Darth Maul. Starkiller. All of those.
Darth Maul, the cartoon.
So you're going to Bricks Pops then?
Yep. So.
Sorry, what was that, Nikki?
Jeremy, are you going to Bricks Pops? Oh no. Okay.
No.
I was just wondering if you were going to play in the tournament.
No. So, got the book so I could do additional research for. Oh, actually, I opened up to the exact right page.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Awesome.
So you got to show Nikki what you've been making.
Yes.
The most dreaded dungeon in
Ready Player One.
Yep, that's how I was introduced to it.
Very Dynex. Yep.
And so I didn't really get to mess with it this week. So if I can actually open up the iPad, I did a render before I jumped on here because literally Andrea's like, "Are you actually going to get on the stream tonight?"
Oh yeah, you told me you had one.
So.
Ooh, that's cool.
Wow.
That's where the entrance is as of this moment. Still working on the devil. Just started I'm trying to find my finger. So just started the doorway for the smoke. I still have to put in the red pathway going through the room. Still have to put in the traps. And it's not going to be solid colors. It's going to be more. But yep. So that's what I'm working on right now. The Tomb of Horrors.
Love it.
What are the traps?
I guess we have to read the book. I'm putting a hold on it now.
In that room, it is 6 traps in the room where the floor drops out and you drop down to 5 spikes with poison on the end of them.
Oh, wow.
So much fun.
But it's one of the most notorious dungeons ever in Dungeons and Dragons because it's killed so many characters because it's so different from other modules they put out.
Yep.
Nikki, you're familiar with the mock that Jeremy's creating?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Yeah. Have you seen the book that he showed?
That one, yes, but I also have the 50th anniversary Dungeons and Dragons book that just came out too, with all of the art and all the funness.
Nice.
Yes. Anything fun, D&D?
Mayo's dying to ask Jeremy one-on-one questions.
Oh,
That's his dream.
he wants to come on and talk.
And that's a long flight for that one. One day.
One day, maybe I'll stream more than this.
Welcome to Brickworld. You went to Brickworld, didn't you? Mayo was at Brickworld.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy hasn't been to Brickworld.
No.
You should.
No.
Maybe soon.
I've only done
Back in the day when we did Philly Brick Fest,
yeah.
it was
I want to come to Brick Fair. I need to do that at some point for sure.
When is that coming up, right?
It happened.
It just happened.
It happened.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It was the first week in August.
Mm-hmm.
Weekend.
Something was just this last weekend too. Was it in Florida? Or am I like getting
It was
weekends?
BrickCon.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get my. Okay.
I know. It wasn't because he watched so much TV this week. I feel like he didn't really do much building.
I did. I built what I'm gonna show.
So tiny.
It doesn't matter if it's tiny.
I know. I actually was surprised that it's in the house. I'm like, oh, when did this get here?
So I wasn't gonna buy this set.
I know. This is one of those.
But then
I'm
you
not
guys
into
convinced me.
I wasn't in the convincing panel. I don't know who convinced.
You guys
Thanks a lot,
convinced,
Jeremy.
because I was just like,
Thanks.
I don't know what it is, so
I don't know who else was in
I
the
cannot be to
convincing.
blame until I see what it is.
I wasn't gonna get it, but then
I can't even remember like the night when we're talking about it, and we're like, it's a horror movie.
But after building
horror
it,
movie.
I like
Think
it.
it's part of the horror subgenre.
Okay, so
And
I'm
aquatic.
very interested now.
so the set I built this week was
Doo-doo.
Jaws.
Jaws.
Yes.
Mm.
Awesome.
So
And you know where this is going in this room?
it's gonna go in front of the Titanic
fitting.
because it's like water.
Yes.
So you can have the shark on this stand where he just basically
Oh gosh, you just. Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Like
Yeah,
a torpedo in.
the tail just fell off. So, but I'm gonna display it on the boat
Okay.
just because. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this
The extra
after.
tail.
You
Display
basically
it on the Titanic boat.
click it in.
Like, do you think some people buy 2 sharks and then they have 2 sharks?
and
You
then
can
the
build the
shark-
second one and put
You
it on
can build the
Maria's
second
bookshelf.
one. No. It's not too Moby Dickish for me, so.
So you build the boat first, basically,
Okay.
and this boat's really nice. It's well done. It has like a lot of detail. There's no stickers in this set.
So Orca in the back here is a printed brick
yeah,
at the very
it's a
back.
printed.
Okay,
So Maria's
I see
talking
it.
about this
Orca.
So it says
Oh, cool.
There's an orca.
I like the water.
And then
stuff.
afterwards, you build the shark,
Okay.
and then the shark with the
Awesome.
stand, and then the last build is this
water
this plate,
surface plate.
which is cool too. Like I've never seen a build like this where you build the plate last, because usually with the
That's usually
Star
first.
Wars, yeah,
Bases are first.
like the Star
yeah.
Wars dioramas, you're
Uh-huh.
building the plate, or even the architecture sets.
Mhm.
Like the first thing you build, like Jeremy said, was the plate. You build like
Lego is making it more interesting. It's like
Yeah.
when you expect some things, we're going to like loop it back, right?
Change
and
it up.
so you build it in sections. You build this one first, then you build the shark, and then you build the plate. The plate here has what does it say here? You're gonna need a bigger boat, which
Oh, of course. Yes.
I don't remember that from. Well, I don't remember the movie. I need to. That's another.
You should
homework.
have watched the movie while you were building. Like, when things can
Yes.
be in unison or sync, right? But I feel like you have like a paraplegic shark when you have.
Oh, because he's
just
without
without
any
a base in here.
legs. I'm not sure what the names of the characters are.
It's not on the box.
I don't think it's on the box. Usually it is, but I guess you'd have to go to like Lego.com. It probably says it on
This
name
fits in front of the
or
Titanic.
Brickset or Bricklink. But I guess these are the main characters. Do you guys know? Do you guys remember?
I can't
I
remember.
haven't watched the movie in a long time either. I know
Yeah.
the plot, obviously.
I was scared. I was little. I was watching this with my parents.
I just remember from Universal Studios,
Mhm.
they would always have
Yes,
like
yep.
the Jaws,
The backlot
scene.
tour.
the
Yes.
backlot tour. I don't know if
They removed it now.
they removed
right?
it, right?
Yeah.
It's not there anymore.
That's
Yeah.
sad.
Harry Potter took over
No.
Minions. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the boat just goes like that.
Okay.
And then the shark just goes like that,
Okay.
about to bite the
Mhm.
boat.
That's so cool.
So yeah, I like it. And so
The build was interesting. Like, you know how, again, like I always find like when I'm building Lego, there's always like always a twist somehow, right? Like it's not just linear. There's always something that you put together and like, oh, this is what it is. That's cool.
yeah, the mast was cool. They have like the string here on like a little ball joint, which I haven't seen before. Not ball, like the mixel joints.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they use that.
Looks like a happy shark.
Oh, there are stickers. Never mind. I forgot.
Boo,
There are stickers.
wrong advertising.
I thought there were no stickers. There are stickers. This control panel is a sticker. And I think there's another control panel. Yeah, I remember now there are stickers.
Mm.
The stand is cool. It's like that sideways snot building. So you can tell that there's
Can you
mock
build
builds.
the shark again and just have a secondary shark with the pieces that you have? Like make it in pink or make it in
I
like
don't really
some
have
sort
this
of
piece though.
what is that piece?
It's
Grills? The
like
gills?
a grill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't
It's
have
a-
a
It
lot.
comes in blue.
It's unique for Jaws?
No, it's come
No.
out before. I just don't
Yeah.
have
Oh, but you have the rest of it, so you can get that from Bricklake, and then you'll have like
another shark.
Cool.
another shark. But it doesn't have to be
No,
gray.
I
You
don't,
can.
I don't need another shark. You're trying to get me to buy another set just for
No,
the-
I don't want you to buy another set.
And
I
then
want you
I
to
can have two
use the
boats.
parts that you already have, because I'm sure we have like 90% of all those parts there.
Oh, and the Little Mermaid. So I ended up from before.
Oh, I know. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
believe this set. And Little Mermaid is my favorite movie of all time, but I
The Little
wasn't
Mermaid's down
into this.
That's where I decided to put it.
Into
Where-
this set.
So
You weren't into the set? Why?
No, I wasn't into this set. I don't know. I just felt like it was weird with the whole clamshell look. I
Okay.
don't know, but I like
I haven't
like
built it
the
yet.
whole aquatic things.
you have it?
No, I haven't built it.
Oh, I wasn't
Or
sure like
bought it
if
yet.
you have it, but you didn't build it yet.
Oh yeah, no, I would need to buy it. I wanted to, but now you're saying it's not fun. So
It's
maybe I
on.
don't want-
It's
He liked it.
no, I like it.
But he bought it because it was on clearance.
It was on.
too.
It was on clearance on Lego.com, like
Yeah.
30% off.
Oh,
So
nice.
that is a good deal. But,
But from the picture, it kind of looks messy. But then when I was actually building it, I'm like, oh, this is cool.
I
Like
think
it's like in
it's because
compartments.
you fall in love every time you build Lego. Like, is there a Lego you did not fall in love with?
Yeah, the stuff that I just buy for the minifigures and then just take it apart and use the pieces.
Right.
So
You just need it for the pieces.
yeah. Okay, are we gonna go into our last segment,
Let's use it.
which is
It's time for news you can use.
I would like to help, but
Which I
it's like a
remember.
monopolize
You do?
kind of thing here.
news that you can use. Thanks to Alan the Brick Fan. This is our news that you can use music, Nikki.
I like it. I like all the music.
It's very circus-like.
Oh, yeah,
I guess
we
that's the
saw-
last thing we saw.
Yes.
So we remember that. All right.
I need that.
Let's take this.
All right. News that you can use thanks to Alan the Brick Fan. What do we have here? Less tickets. Last day for the Lego
Oh,
Trophy Award.
Okay.
Speaking of trophies that Nikki was talking about
Mhm.
earlier. So this was a gift with purchase plus double insider points
Did
on
you do
selected
this?
sets. I
Yes.
might have bought something for
Hmm.
this because I didn't
got
get
it.
it the first time around.
What do you
I
mean you
didn't
get the
either.
first time around?
It came out like a few months ago
Oh,
with as a gifted purchase, but I didn't.
it was sold out?
I think I forgot. I forgot to get
Hmm.
something.
I bought a whole bunch
So-
of dreams and they didn't give me that one. That was so
Oh, yes.
sad.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so this one's $85. I think it's like 105 for
Mm.
Canadian. And then for selected sets, you get double VIP, like
Oh, okay.
Bumblebee, the
No, sorry.
NASA
Dream sets.
Artemis.
There's Bumblebee.
Yeah. So yeah, here's NASA.
Mhm.
These are all the Hocus Pocus,
Hmm.
Razor Crest, and Coruscant gunship. So these are all double VIP points. Oh, and
Oh,
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca. You know, I did
Everyone's
like Chewbacca.
Yeah, everyone
Of
doesn't
all
like
the-
Chewbacca.
We
but
actually like him.
yeah, we like it. And then C3PO is out.
That's right.
We still do.
Oh,
I haven't
that'll be
picked it up yet.
Yeah.
Titanic.
Donkey Kong.
Oh, I haven't seen this one.
10,000 support. That is cute.
Yeah, I like this.
Oh, adorable.
And with the
So
most high
Donkey
score
Kong
that-
achieves 10,000 supporters.
Mhm.
That's a
Good
good Kong.
job.
Mhm.
What's the prince? Is this a princess? I don't
It is a
remember.
princess, yeah.
I can't
It's
remember
from
her
the
name.
old Donkey Kong game.
Yes. But I remember playing this video game a lot.
Because Mario's
Is this
down
the
there taking over.
Was it this shade of purple in an actual game? I don't remember.
I thought so.
It
I don't know.
seems
It's
more
close.
vibrant.
I'm
I don't know.
pretty sure.
Mhm.
I don't remember.
But there is another view.
Look at the teeth.
Nice teeth. Good
Is this the
hands.
Nintendo? Is this a Nintendo printed tile from
The game?
Okay,
One of
The
the
NES.
the NES set?
Mhm.
Yeah. Lego Batman construction figure and Batpod bike review. Oh yeah, this set always creeped me out. It looked like it was a bike with just Batman's head on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really like that one.
I think
Those
so.
figures really not. No, I don't like those figures.
Yeah, the construction.
Yeah.
Lego Ideas
Mallard.
Mallard achieves
We have
10,000
a lot of these
supporters.
around our area.
Mallards.
Congratulations. Yep, same here.
It's like a bricker build kind of
Yeah.
build.
That would be a solid.
I don't know how to do this. Like sculpt something.
Yeah, it's really good.
To make it all curved, like the head here.
Mhm.
Do you know how to do this, Jeremy? Are you good at this?
I haven't done that style enough to
Mm.
be efficient at it. I'm
Mhm.
sure I could work through it and do it. It's
How about you,
just-
Nikki? Oh, go. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll just say it's just studs still.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know me. I gotta cover it up with tile.
Tiles,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, you can smooth it out after, right? Once you have like the
Yeah.
surfacing of it, but it'll be like a layer less.
I mean, I helped build a Pokemon, what was it? Pikachu. I
Mm.
worked with Pikachu, and you kind of had to do that layer by layer
Right.
thing.
Yes.
Right.
It was interesting.
It's hard.
It's nice. I
It
feel
is
like
hard.
they've twisted the neck, or is it
The
always
head turns.
Yes, the head kind of turns.
Oh yeah, it does.
It's looking at
It's
you.
like on one of those,
Lazy Susan.
but there's no eyes.
It's
Or is there an eye there?
It's
Mm,
infrared.
Oh, there's an
Yeah.
eye.
There.
Yeah, I see. I
The
see. It.
black eye.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mythical Pegasus.
Ooh,
What
yes,
is this?
please.
I
So this
like
is a
this.
gift
I
with
really
purchase.
want it. It's so
This
cute.
is cute.
so this hasn't been announced yet when it's gonna be a
Oh,
gift with
okay.
purchase.
Yeah.
Are
So-
we entering like Greek myths? AKA
I hope
like
so.
Lego?
It's my
Oh my god.
favorite.
It's, yes, same here. Oh my god, stop me. We should never meet.
What
This is too much.
what other animal? What are these animals?
A
Dragon,
dragon
and bird?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. It could be a phoenix. Just an interesting thing.
It says that Alan's got it in the description.
Oh,
Pegasus, dragon, and bird.
Just
yeah.
bird, yeah.
so shortly after August 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, it's already past August
It
16th.
is August 16th. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, today's August
Maybe
16th.
we'll find it in
So
Utah.
maybe it's gonna be soon.
That would be
So
awesome.
I guess the stand is standard, and then you just build other
Mm-hmm.
animals.
Very fun.
Oh, so the winners have been announced for the Lego Ideas Return Back Time
Okay.
These I can't wait for.
are gonna be made. I don't know if you've seen this news yet,
No.
but
Oh,
the Goonies.
oh, you're so excited.
Yeah.
It's only his favorite movie.
Such a good movie.
So look at all these minifigures.
He's just looking at all the men. Oh, Nick's so excited.
But so I think from what I remember, on the other side of this boat are rooms, and it
Mhm.
shows like different
Oh, yeah.
rooms.
the different.
Mhm.
So I don't know if they're gonna like this is the fan model. I don't know if
Mhm.
they're gonna make it the same way.
When would they release?
I hope
Later
so.
this year or
No, it's probably in a while because it just says that it's joined the development of the
I
other
see.
Lego Ideas, and there's still like a lot of Lego Ideas.
It's probably 2 to 3 years away.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, the D&D one just came. So the announcement for that one was last year, and they
Mhm.
finally came out with it this year. It's probably a
Okay.
year, I would say.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I remember a few I'm not. Maybe it was last week. It showed a bunch of the Lego ideas, upcoming projects that have already been accepted and are still coming out. There's a bunch of them. Like there was like Twilight, and then Nightmare before him. We saw the Nightmare one.
Right.
I think it might be on this news coming up too. And then Gremlins.
Gizmo. He's cute. He is so cute.
Too cute.
Look at those ears.
I wonder if this is going to be like the same size as Stitch.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, they have the same ear span.
Yeah.
Ear wingspan.
They can battle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gizmo versus Stitch fight.
Lego Star Wars Character Encyclopedia Update Edition cover fan vote.
Oh.
I'm not sure what the fan vote is.
Cover? Head over to the
who's going to be on the cover
page to choose.
It's probably going to be Ahsoka.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Just
the deadline to vote is August 23rd. Okay.
So next week.
So we don't know who the special character minifigure is yet. But this is the one that was was
nice.
Officially announced, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes. But the yellow moon is you said it was just paper?
It's paper. But it's still there, which is good.
Which is part of the
I can't remember
image.
So I guess in the original one, this curly hat was huge, right? It was in the middle.
Big. Yeah. It was bigger. Yep. It was bigger. But I guess like for the scope of
this is nice still.
It is.
Like look at this black tree here.
It's so pretty.
We used to have a lot of Christmas ornaments with these characters.
Yeah.
And then one by one they would just break because they're children.
Now at Costco they have the Nightmare Before Christmas Squishmallows. Are there in Costco.
And they're huge, right?
Yeah, they're the big ones.
And look at Zero. He's so cute. I can't wait to get the set just for the mini things.
It's all good sets.
These are, what are they called? Lock. Is it the lock?
Yeah.
Something and barrel?
Bottom?
I can't remember.
I know, we're terrible with names now.
Lock something.
And then the mayor. But I like all the curves of the trees and everything.
Yeah.
Of the monster.
What do you think about this, Jeremy?
Monster trees, monster house.
I actually think it looks pretty good. Especially it's pays very good homage to the movie.
And it's like compact because I feel like the model set before was, like you said, it was bigger, right?
Yeah, I think it comes in 3 sections, so you can maneuver it so it can fit like on a shelf. Like you can have this more in front. It doesn't have to be straight across.
Together, yeah. Nice. I like the house.
I guess you could take off the roof. Here's some of the inside.
When is this release?
It
is already.
No, it's not released yet.
No.
September
3rd.
6th. Okay. September 3rd for insiders.
I see.
And 6th for the general public, why isn't everyone just an insider? It's free.
Why is
really
it
weird? Yeah, I know.
3 days, right?
There's no point not to be an insider. It's free.
Right.
Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Lock, Shock.
Yep, I just read it too.
Lock, Shock. So the Spiral Hill.
Yep.
Sorry,
I heard Oogie Boogie isn't in there. Oogie Boogie?
Oh, it's
yes, he isn't. Yes.
Because they couldn't get the rights to do so.
Really? They have the rights for all these characters but not Oogie Boogie? I don't get this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Interesting. The things we don't know.
How is this yellow? Oh, it's just a yellow screen on the
trans yellow glass.
Trans yellow glass.
And then just has the gray pieces covering half of it.
Right. Oh, I never noticed. It has like a spider web clock.
Oh, the clock is awesome.
We watched this not recently.
It was on the cruise.
Yeah, it was on the cruise. Like we just watched this. No, it wasn't. It was January. It's not recent. But when our oldest was little, this was his daily movie. He was obsessed.
Halloween.
Yeah.
This is Halloween.
It's such a good set.
It is.
Are there any more pictures?
There's always so many sets I want.
I know. This is what keeps us working forever.
So here's a zoomed up.
His
his
laboratory.
So this Jack Skellington is different from the one we got in the CMFs, right? Because I think this one has longer legs.
Yes.
The other one didn't have long legs. This has the woody legs.
Yep.
And Sally, I don't know if she had like all this printed legs, side legs and everything.
Don't think she did.
I don't remember. It's well done. It's very Monster Fighter-esque.
Speaking of.
Yes.
Look at it, the makeup on his face. Oh, there's a Santa Claus.
Because they kidnapped him.
This is like the Joker.
It is. You just made him smaller.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what else?
Oh,
Lego
yes.
sets.
So Wicked has also been officially
That's
announced.
Right. Are we getting these?
I
don't know.
The one that I'm interested in, Maria doesn't like, which is this one.
The figures.
I like the big figures.
I like the pieces for them. I don't know if I want them for anything really.
Yeah.
Oh, it even has G and E.
Oh, the bottle. Oh, those bottles are really cute.
Oh, this one here. This could be Dungeons and Dragon. Even this.
I'm just looking at pieces. It's really cute though. Yeah.
So what are we getting here? We're getting Glinda, Elzabeth, and how do you pronounce that? Nessa Rose. At Shiz Uni.
Yeah,
I guess that's their university, Shiz Uni. It's very simple looking.
This is very Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the cheap one, $30, 304 pieces. So good price per piece there for those 10 cents. Even this one too, 54 for 558.
Yeah.
The big figures that I like. Elizabeth and Glinda figures. We got Glinda and Elizabeth's dormitory. I like the rose.
Me too. That's really pretty.
And it makes
it
through the box.
Oh, look, yeah, you're right.
Oh, cool.
Oh, and there's a big bottle. Oh, that's one.
This would look good in a library.
It's like a perfume.
On a bookshelf in a library.
On a bookshelf.
I just reclaimed space back for books, people.
Are these mini dolls different?
Are
the torsos different?
I think they're the same.
I think Andrea watched a video on these the other day, and yes, they're actually I don't know if all of them are, but there are some that are different.
Oh,
like in one of them, it's like sleepwear, like sleep robes, stuff like that. This is like a daytime, school outfits.
Right. And then the big one is Welcome to the Emerald City. So we get, is this the Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
I'm not sure who she is.
She's played by, oh my gosh, what's her name now? She was from Crazy Rich Asian.
Oh, Michelle Yao.
Michelle Yao.
Yeah.
And then we actually get the Wicked Witch outfit here.
Wizomania.
How do you feel that this is mini dolls and not mini figures?
I'm kind of sad.
Me too.
Because I like minifigures more than mini dolls. That's just me, though.
Same. No, same. And that's why I wonder. Like again, I'm sure people will still buy it, but like the mini dolls were usually geared for like little girls, right? As they have the whole Friends, but would they buy this set?
Wizomania.
If it goes on sale, really cheap because it has good pieces.
Yeah, it has good pieces.
Like those colors.
I like this. Yes, I do like the structure of this. But yeah, it's very green.
This is a good panel.
Ooh, I like that.
But it's probably a sticker. Think that's a sticker?
Maybe, probably.
Maybe. Okay.
Ninjago, Amazon sale.
Amazon sale.
Oh, Snoopy, that's
Lego
cute.
Idea Snoopy
this
Campfire.
Let's see if I can. We should be able to build Woodstock. We should have all those pieces right now.
You want to build it right now?
Let's just take a look at this. This is my problem. I feel like I'm not creative enough in my head to like make something straight, but by having something like this, I can copy it.
You can build the marshmallow
and the stick. I think I can do that. Can do the log fire.
Yeah, you could do the log fire too.
Stones,
and the stones.
The base. Yeah, I got this. Tomorrow it's gonna be my.
Snoopy might be hard though. But this is nice.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute.
It's cute.
Guidelines for Bricklink Designer Program.
Oh, there's new ones coming out. They're so pretty.
I haven't read this one through.
The big one there is no more modulars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Why?
Yeah, that's the big one. I haven't read all the details because I haven't designed anything for it. But that was one of the big things that came out with the Series 6 is no modulars.
Interesting.
Have you been building?
What's that?
Have you been building stuff for the Bricklink design?
I did something. Well, I did a redesign for Series 5. That was the first one I did.
And what was it?
The twin arrows on Route 66.
Cool.
Oh, right. Yes. Lego Ideas Vintage Radio. Listen to your favorite music achieves 10,000 supporters. I feel like we just got a vintage radio, like that.
We did, but this one you can put your phone in.
Put your phone in, and then it plays music, right? How come we saw this already? I feel like I saw this somewhere. Can I see this somewhere?
So this is by Dime X Art.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah, I feel like you could just do that with the phone or the radio you just got, though.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't bought that one yet.
It'll be Karen's.
So I don't know if this is in Canada, but Lego Harry Potter pencil case promotion at Walmart.
But this is made of Lego, the pencil case, or no?
No, I don't think it's made of Lego.
It's not.
Furry.
Did you guys get this at all? Spend $30 or more?
In Walmart, we need to go to
I put in my submission to get it. I never got an email saying that I'm getting it.
Really? It's online?
Oh, it's online.
Yeah, you basically go to Walmart, and they have, it's 5 pages of sets that you can purchase. And you're going to get $30 worth of it. Once you have your receipt, you go to the Lego Walmart link.
Oh.
And just all you got to do is scan your receipt, send in your information. I got the confirmation saying they got the submission and said you'll get an email in 24 hours.
And nothing.
And nothing.
Oh, I know. Right, reading right here, it goes, Walmart does a pretty bad job in advertising Lego promotions.
This one has been going on for a month.
A month and no one knew about it.
Oh, interesting.
It took Alan the Brick Fan.
Not good, Walmart.
I wonder if this is on Bricklink already.
I'm not sure.
Good.
Lego Dreams 2 times insider points promotion on Lego.com.
That's what I did.
Have you gotten into Lego Dreams?
I love
Nikki?
Dreams.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love their little.
Yep.
Do you have all the sets or?
All of the old ones. I just started getting the newer ones. I got 2 of the Raven sets, and then the one that you can build 3 different ways. It's really cool.
Okay. What about the big, huge castle-looking?
The new one that just came out, or the old one?
Yeah, the new one.
I got that one.
That's like layer after layer after layer after layer.
Oh wow!
So huge.
Wow.
That was.
I saw it at the Lego store. Sorry.
Yep. I said it was the 2 times one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one to get.
Purchases too. This polybag.
Oh, Hayden was telling me about this. He's like, Dad, there's gonna be a Darth Jar Jar. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's old news. He was telling me because he saw the trailer for the show. I'm like, the sets are out already. Yeah, so he was telling me there's gonna be a Darth Jar Jar and a white Darth Vader. So I guess when does the show come out? Oh, September 13th. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I guess you can click that. I can watch it after. But are you guys gonna watch the show at all? This Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy.
Of course.
I will. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we've been telling you for years that Darth Jar Jar was a thing. Of course, I'm gonna watch it.
Darth Jar Jar.
They've listened to you.
They finally did it.
The Force is with.
So they have the Darth Ray, Darth Jar
That's
Jar,
crazy.
Darth. I don't know Darth Dev. He's new. And then Beach Luke, Jedi Vader. So it's like all this bounty hunter C-3PO. It's like the What If from Marvel. It all. So I wonder if it's gonna be funny because usually the Lego ones are funny, but also
I assume it's gonna be funny.
exciting.
Oh, I never saw
Oh,
her.
we
I
saw
love
that one.
Sammy. She's so
Big
amazing.
collector. Yeah.
Do you
we
know
watched
her? Have you met her?
No, I haven't, but I've been following her on Instagram just because, like,
Of her
everything.
lover Lego, yeah.
Yeah. I
And
wonder
she
if she's.
got a message from Lego.
Oh, she did.
Are they going to collab?
Oh,
Well, I
wow.
don't know if they're going to collab, but they're sending her something special, so she's hopefully going to do an unboxing.
Sammy, you just have to be an Olympian.
Yeah. Well, the NBA player Miles Turner showed up at Brick World Chicago, so maybe Sammy Sullivan might show up at a brick convention one day.
I hope so. I keep saying, do you want to come to a brick convention? Awesome. Yeah, but everybody she wants the Eiffel Tower. So, like, Crystal Star, Lego Master, got everybody to donate money and sent her one. And then somebody else from Bricks and Minifigs sent her one. So I don't know how many Eiffel Towers she's going to have by the end.
Wow.
Oh, nice. I know how many Eiffel Towers.
Enough.
Eiffel Tower Army.
Eiffel Tower Army.
Nikki, what are you up to this weekend?
Her paranormal activity.
Oh, right.
Yep.
I even know her plans.
That's going to be fun.
Building another.
How about you, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Oh, she was still saying.
Oh, good. I was just building another trophy. It's your turn. Go.
Oh, right now.
Yes,
Nothing.
Yes.
My usual. That's what I'll be doing this week.
Reading.
Looking for sales.
Reading.
There's no
looking for sales.
There's no Olympics this weekend.
So much time now on your hands. I don't even know.
I know. Maybe I'll start watching baseball again this week.
What?
What?
I was telling Jeremy I was deleting my Olympics app that I used to always check the schedule.
Sad.
Oh, what's on today? But I deleted it because it was taking up room.
Where is it in 8 years? Like
after Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where is it?
I'm not sure. Did they must have announced it already.
Where was after Los Angeles?
Poland wants to do it in 2040.
Olympics. Australia.
Oh, Australia.
Brisbane. That's right. Brisbane.
Yes, I heard that.
They're petitioning for Bluey to be the mascot.
Oh.
Has it been in Australia before? I don't remember.
It's Sydney.
Sydney.
Oh, Sydney. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I feel like they just got it. Come on, Australia.
They go from continent to continent.
It's been like 20 years.
So this is North America's turn. And then we just did Europe. So after Australia might be Asia again.
Okay, fine.
So
the world has to share the Olympics, fine.
Yeah. Have they done Africa? They've done South America with Rio. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't remember Africa.
So you have your ghost tour.
Well, it's gonna rain all weekend, so now I don't know. It's an outdoor activity, but
didn't you just have a ghost tour that you went on
last weekend?
What was that one?
That was another the second largest cemetery in Toronto here, but it's full of hockey players. So they just tend to show us all their graves and lots of hockey players. Yeah, and so this one that I'm hoping to go see is Mount Pleasant, which is right in the center of Toronto. And again, it's just interesting because it goes through the whole history of even, how they set this land, which is right in the middle of course, a growing town of York in the 1800s after the American Civil War, and how they, make that area what it is right now. But in terms of the development of a lot of cemeteries, they make it look very like a park, like a park where you can walk into, similar to the ideas from Savannah, a lot of their, or even New Orleans, a lot of those sort of a park-esque look, old cemeteries in Boston and stuff like that. But yeah, I have a thing for cemeteries.
Oh yes, cemeteries are fun.
Yeah.
Before we head off, Nikki, what would you like to plug? Where can we find you?
I am on nlmsweetie on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook too. I usually am promoting everybody else's stuff, like Denlug and Cowlug and all of our events we're going to.
Very
Eventually, hopefully, there will be a convention in Colorado. That's all I can say at this point in time. We're still
spoilers.
Your lug is in charge of this?
No, there are a few of us that are owners of a convention that's going to be starting in Colorado at some point in the future. Yes.
That may be how we go to Colorado.
Yes. We'll get everybody.
We're going to start saying our goodbye.
And special thanks for all those who came to our chat, including Johnny G, Mayo, Eddie Velder, Brick Babe, Steve Spalda, Brick Jedi, Multigasm Geek, Zisu, and Brick Hive. Until next Friday, but we won't.
Well, it'll be 2 weeks.
There's no
2 weeks
Friday.
until next show.
But not me either.
No, 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So, because next week is Brick Slopes and
And
the
then I'm
following
gone.
week
Okay,
Disney.
yes.
But Nikki, thank you so much for joining us
Yes.
this Friday night. It was so much fun
And
chatting
I
with
learned
you.
so much from you. Gotta check out all these paranormal activities. There must be something here, but I don't know. But again, there's so many more like developed sort of interest shows like this, like in the US more than here in
Absolutely.
Canada. Right?
And I know there's some in Toronto for sure. So
Yes, yes, we will look.
We will see you in a
A few days.
few
days.
days.
And we can chat more.
I will. I will. Greek myths,
Yes.
apparently.
And Buffy and everything.
And Buffy. Oh my gosh, I have to do my research again now.
And Jeremy as well. Thanks for
Thank you.
hanging out with us again
Yep.
this Friday night. But until next time. Merry Christmas and bye.
Good night.